and the Republic of Ireland. I will be telling you what the draw is like, as you won't be able to understand anyone else who's here. So if you've never joined us for a draw, if you've never joined us for a draw before, me and Speckles will take you through it. What happens is two team captains, and there they are.
Shirts versus skins right now.
Shirts versus skins, that's right. Republic of Ireland are on the right, and Scotland are on the left. What happens is they've got 8 players furiously excited about playing against their rivals from another nation, and they're all really excited because they don't have to play all the people who they don't like from England.
I mean, I genuinely think this is the match we need for finals. This is the ultimate powerhouses.
Because both of these two teams are playing to not be last.
This is where the desperate measures come out. This is where the dirty tactics, the kicking each other under the table. You know, this is
Buy-in sports votes. The whole thing's happening. It's really serious. So what happens is each team captain has 8 cards. Those cards represent 8 players with their different factions. All the factions have to be different. They can't replicate endless spells inside of those factions either. Then what happens is they pay them in secret, and then their opponent plays counter cards.
And that's the interesting part. So the first 2 cards that you'll see down from each team are the ones that the other player gets 2 choices for. So it's not always the first 2 that are playing each other. It's they offer them sacrifice first and offer what goes against them. So the other team gets to choose who fights it.
Exactly.
Very important.
It's really exciting. Both Scotland and Republic of Ireland taking this very seriously now because there we go. So Republic of Ireland actually come last for the past 2 years. So they're avoiding the triple here. Apparently they might not be avoiding it. They're racing towards it.
I genuinely think we've just made a massive mistake from the start. This isn't to see who loses. They want to see who wants to lose.
Yeah, they want to.
If Ireland cap Scotland, then we get to come 5th, and we're taking their wooden spoon. It's coming home with us.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm gonna ask some questions. Scotland, how are you feeling?
So confident. Gonna get smashed every single game. Yeah. Good. Here to here, potato and haggis. It's gonna be tasty shit.
How do you feel about Scotland's performance over the weekend?
Above average.
Really doing the work. All right, Ireland, are you guys feeling confident?
Yes.
Wow. That's so. Oh wait, Ireland are in. Oh, Scotland are down. The reveal: Skaven versus Skaven. Well, not versus. Oh, sorry. Oh well, fuck us completely. So Skaven have been put in for Scotland, and Ireland, and Ireland have put in Flesh Eater Courts. It's real serious now.
This is the 2 villains now.
Yeah. Actually, also, a side note, I want to mention quickly the construction effort that's gone into our homemade board there. It's top quality. Please subscribe.
I mean, all those people out there with VR headsets, if you actually look at it, those lines come alive.
Gaffer tape's actually, grey gaffer tape's more expensive than black gaffer tape, so that is fancy.
Premium.
Premium.
Yeah, premium all day.
Brought all the way from Dubai, I hear. Yeah, Dubai, that's where it's bought.
Oh right, yeah, that's terrible as a joke. You should stick. Fucking hell. If anyone wants to use the new channel catchphrase "Shut up, Speckles," feel free. We can't currently see what you guys are saying in the chat, but talk amongst yourselves. Who are you rooting for? You rooting for Scotland or you rooting for Ireland? Who do you want to win?
No. Who do you want to lose?
Apparently, Les from Team England wants Scotland to win. Because he's played for Scotland before.
Oh, okay. So England are actually.
He has a Scottish mother.
So does that mean we could potentially say that Les's results don't count for England?
No, they do count for England. Like. So a lot of conversation happening on which armies. So basically, a Flesh Eater Courts and Skaven army put in, and I'd like to just say, as a host, screw both of these 2 armies. They're the worst.
And all for the narrative of Flesh Eater Courts there.
Yeah, I want both of these 2 army books thrown into the sea, and all of their armies along with them. Not like in a bad way, but like the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, I mean, this is also.
Oi, Ireland are in. They're confident and bold. Yeah. Some would say brash, but not me. Oh, Scotland saying don't rush us.
Fashionably late there. Fashionable.
Not worried at all.
I think this is where they're trying to figure out what colours mean now. They have their own colour spreadsheet.
They do have a colour spreadsheet.
I don't think they understand what red does or what yellow does. Okay. I think it's a bit of a guessing game now.
It's going to be really interesting because they're trying to pair something against Flesh Eater Courts. Ooh, there we go. So we get the reveal, the flop, as it's called in poker. In this, I don't know what it's called yet. We haven't invented a term.
Oh, okay.
So Skaven, no Skaven. Yeah, Skaven.
Stormcast and Blazercorn versus Flesh Eater Courts. And Skaven are going against Corn and Sylvaneth.
Corn and Sylvaneth. Oh, Ireland with a quick decision there. Oh, no, not a quick decision.
No. It's a good choice to put down for both. Neither of them have decided to go and chuck anyone under the bus. I think these are pushing their bullies against the bullies.
Yeah, they're just like this. They're like, let's get the big swingers versus the big hitters.
Yeah, so it's massive, big energy going on this board.
However, based on the performance of both teams, maybe we're wrong.
Maybe. I mean, there is also a naked man just behind you right now. Other side.
I mean, there's naked men all around me. I won't be. I didn't know. It's interesting as you get into sport, you don't really know what the pros. Okay.
Okay. Oh wow, massive confidence there.
There you go. So.
Stormcast versus Flesh Eater Courts and Skaven versus Corn.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Hey, that's quite an interesting decision there.
There you go. So Skaven versus Blades of Corn. That's a cool matchup. I'd be interested to see that. Stormcast versus Flesh Eater Courts.
Yeah, I've played a fair few of those matchups.
It's the Shootcast list.
Is it now? Oh, this is the
Team captain himself.
The Raptors. Okay.
Versus Flesh Eater Courts, shooting those dragons out the sky.
I've played against that list with my Flesh Eater Courts at Slaughter. Final game, really close game.
Did you win?
Yes.
Okay. So
Once and for all that I'm still retaining, even by winning, the shittiest player in Warhammer.
Agreed. Couldn't agree with you deeper or more strongly. So it's got tents here. I'm sure we go to a wide shot. Oh yeah, nice. There you go. Okay, yeah. Is it just? There we go. You guys should be able to see. Out. There we go. Hello, we're back. Thankfully, you guys weren't able to hear that. All right, so Blades of Corn have gone in. Daughters of Cain have also gone in. Both teams now have done their draw.
So this is the offering against.
Yeah, so there's the flop and the offer.
So the offers have been seen now, which so it's Blades of Corn versus Sylvaneth or Beasts of Chaos, and the Deepkin are taking Feck or Ideneth, I think.
Oh, could we have a Deepkin double dicking one more time? Yeah, the Ideneth mirror match is always fun.
It is. They are both very different lists. Similar S lists, the Deepkins, but I don't know. This is going to be intense.
Not sure.
Yeah. So see, this is.
Ooh.
This isn't something we've seen from any other team. This is the first time they've called out players and just stare them down. Stare out that player and say, I can take you.
Blades of Corn will be playing Beasts of Chaos, and Ideneth Deepkin will be playing the Daughters of Cain. It's an elf off. That's right. There you go. Our Japanese-built board there, taking a bit of water damage. That's fine. So 4 of the pairings have been done, and Ireland straight in again, confident and bold.
I mean, he's rocking a double beer. A double beer straight up to the table now. They know how to do these things.
Look, every culture has got its own mores, right?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the the Irish culture of drink more. I think it works for me quite well.
It's a bit like Popeye, you know. Spinach powers up Popeye, beer powers up the Irish. The Scottish, though, serious. Some serious faces.
I don't think it's so serious. I still don't think they understand what yellow is or red is on the spreadsheet.
Blue. Blue. Only
Blue's the only colour. You've got none of those. Surely green should have been blue instead.
He's colourblind.
Team captain is colourblind.
Colourblind picking the colours.
So Karajan Overlords have gone in against the Disciples of Zinch.
The actual captain of the Republic of Ireland there, Zinch.
Yeah, he's put himself in. He's ready. He's calm and steady.
He's also he's dying slowly inside. I'm not sure how long he can keep this going. The power that he's in, because he's normally an ogre player, and he has decided to go against his ogres.
Karajan Overlords, shooting lists are always hard to match up against, right? Because like you need to make sure it's something probably that can drop lower than them, so they can't do the damage early doors.
Yeah,
Or something highly mobile.
Yeah, or ethereal. They do not like having ethereal stuff.
They do not like ethereal stuff.
Like Legion listed quite well against those.
Spooky ghosts.
Can't shoot no holes in those spooky ghosts.
Disciples of Zinch, having something that can shut down magic, that would be strong.
I think their captain's actually trying to pair up who looks the most like a Karajan Overlord player.
Don't forget, this is for last place. So, or not for last place, for 5th for the win.
This is for their own trophy. A trophy they take pride taking.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Who's taking it?
I'm really warm.
So, Sylvaneth and Daughters of Cain versus...
Overlord versus those 2 cards you took away.
No, versus...
Oh. No, they're the choices.
Choices versus Disciples of Zinch. Say it.
Sorry, yeah.
We do need to come up with some terms. We'll do that on Monday.
We do, yeah.
We'll work it out.
I mean, the thingy, the Dewberry Firkin, and the whatchamacallit.
So then Karajan Overlords are still on the board, and they've got the option of playing against Legions of Nagash or Sylvaneth. Thank you very much.
I did say just a second ago that Karajan Overlords do struggle against ethereal,
And they also struggle against not being able to see across line of sight blocking terrain like a Wildwood.
Yes. So it's a difficult choice for the Karajan Overlord players. So Scotland are going to have to think, I think. It'd be helpful if they could actually see colours on their spreadsheet to figure out who could do it.
They only see the colour blue, and that's the only thing they wanted it.
That's all they care about. It's all blue.
So, there we go. The decision has been reached. Scotland early on there, confident and ready.
It's also quite interesting to know that they only see blue, yet their cards are green.
So just talking about the scenarios, because obviously not only is it a match-up in the game, but it's also a match-up via the scenario.
Yes, I think Border War was one they wanted when they had the Irish conflict between the pair of them, but they've got it now.
Oh, there we go. So Legion Nagash will be playing Karajan Overlords, Disciples Zinch will be playing Daughters of Cain, and then Sylvaneth will be playing against Skaven.
Ooh, okay.
That's a hard match for Sylvaneth all the time.
I've
But
seen it won though by Sylvaneth.
and then Fleshhook Courts will be playing against Sylvaneth.
That's a very, very hard match.
Is it?
Yeah, because
Is that because Fleshhook Courts is an incredibly easy army to use that you just move forward and use?
no, I mean it's difficult because you can't get in the woods.
Okay, so the matchup process is done. The guys have done it. I think that's updated live on our sheet, which is really exciting. Well, it will be updated soon. Simon, how do you think? I'm gonna. Yep. So.
Discussing who's going where on what table.
Absolutely. I'm going to quickly turn over to Scotland, ask them how they think they did. How do you think it went?
Not too bad. I think I've been thrown under the bus. Oh, I'll do all right. Yeah.
Not too bad. All right.
Looks decent. Looks decent.
Looks decent. All right. Well, that's the team captain. How do you think the match process went?
It's amazing, 100%.
obviously he's going to say that. That's I should probably do this not in front of the other team captains. I'll go over to Ireland and see how he feels. Ireland, how do we feel about?
Well, I've had 4 beers in the past hour. I still don't know who I'm playing. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
So the Irish are very confident too, yeah, right? Because you can't fight what doesn't know. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, if you look into the eye of madness, you're only going to see insanity. So amazing there. The draw process, bit tense. Neither team really wants to come last, but just turn them on.
Hello, and we're back at the desk.
Hello, everyone.
That is a beautiful image I can see there.
Yeah, it's. Listen, you did not expect to be able to tune in and watch gorgeous man nipples, but you're getting it.
There's a lot of flesh on show there.
There's so much Down Under Network. How you doing? I love those guys. It doesn't. As a female, I'll remain clothed. No one will see that. Pretty sure Twitch says no next. Oh, I probably need to delete this entire thing though. So,
I mean, there's some intense staring, and they're still having a little chats between the team before they do go to the tables. So, I mean, obviously they've got the pairing set up, but then obviously their other teammates they'll have some inside knowledge themselves.
yeah.
So it's always good to have a little chat just before you go in.
So-
see if you know any weaknesses.
So as you guys can see there, like our updated sheet has evolved over the weekend. Also, if you guys have the opportunity, you should check out the Down Under Network guys currently in the chat. Those guys are great. Also, big shout Elf Bro, hope you're well. I can't believe over in Australia this weekend at the BrizCon.
BrizCon?
A little bit of like just early event news from different parts. Of the world. A mixed destruction list with 2 Idol of Gorks ended up winning an event. Dino himself.
Wow.
Yeah, he's honestly a bit of a legend at this stage.
To use 2 rogue idols is legendary in itself.
But to win an event with them.
His name will be forever
Uttered
sketched into
through
the rock
that,
of the rogue idol.
Yeah.
Scraped into that stone for forever to be known as that.
Yeah, those guys are absolutely badass. Sorry, Dino's a badass. Down on the Network guys are great as well. Right, so if you've just joined us, you just saw the matchup process for the final round between Scotland and
Republic of Ireland
for the wooden spoon. Both teams trying to avoid losing the event.
Yes. I can see the Republic of Ireland cheating right now. They're actually taking hold of the England players and taking them hostage. Laurie Huggett Wild might not be seen ever again now Mick has taken him off.
Exactly. There we go. So yeah, you've joined us. This is the final round. There's been 5 rounds before. The last round was pretty tense because it was England picked to be the winning team. They went up against the Republic of against Northern Ireland, and there were some very close games. Had it been like a dice roll of a 6 in the
Bone splitters
game versus Daughters of Cain ended up intaining a game from like a win to a loss. So that's a 20-0 swing.
Yeah, and to be fair to the England player, apparently the dice wasn't originally seen. So Byron has said, "Oh, I'll roll a 6," but Donal and Colin hadn't seen it. So fair enough, he rolled it again and he got a 6.
Yeah,
so,
massive shout out to Byron there. Yeah, that's
do.
wicked. So he rolls a 6, a 1 in 6 chance to bring an entire unit of boys back.
Yeah.
Colin's like, didn't see the dice roll. Then Byron was just like, cool, re-rolls it, does a 6. So great sports there.
That's massive, and I think it really hit home with Colin's like, fair enough, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
yeah, that's tip top.
Yeah.
So we went into that. We will get you the live update on the scores as we go into this round. But we're going to just be covering this match. A match consists of 8 games between Scotland and the Republic of Ireland.
And it's still, I mean, as much as there's still the intensity of the last game, I still think this is quite intense. Both players playing, again, for pride, not wanting to be the wooden spoon. We've just cut across, I think, to the roundup. So, as you can see, Scotland are at the minute, they're at the bottom.
They are at the bottom. Republic of Ireland in 5th place. So it's between those two for the decider. Wales and Sweden are on a draw currently, 3-9-3. So each round is capped at 100. So maximum that teams could have currently would be, is it 100 or 120?
100 points. What? Sorry?
Oh yes, no. Max that they could potentially get would be 100. What's been added on here is some extra points that you get for this round.
Yeah, so you start off with 80 and then it works up or down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's good to see.
But so England really don't need many victories against Sweden. As you can see, Sweden there are really battling to be in third or maybe even second place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It still could. So there is still potential for England not to win this. We just had a little chat earlier from one of the stats guys. England can still come second. It will be between the two of them to come first or second, England or Northern Ireland.
So England, if Sweden give England a shoo-in, then what's going to happen is Northern Ireland could potentially still win the event. It's still very close, but Ireland also have to do well as well. The battle is for third place currently as well. So there's loads to play for. I know it's only 6 teams, but
there is nothing. I mean, we might have the stats here now, but even before the end, we still have no idea. Every single one of those teams could change position.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, all of them.
So we'll keep updating this till the bitter end. So you guys will be some of the first people to see what the results are. Let us know which team at home you're rooting for. Who are you rooting for? Simon, I want you to make a very biased decision now. Who you root for?
A very biased decision. Okay, so I've got to go. I don't know. I really don't know. I'd love to see an underdog do. But the Northern Ireland team, they've really, really got to push it through, and I think Northern Ireland could do it. It just depends on Sweden. So I kind of rooting for Sweden. What about yourself?
You're rooting for Sweden?
Yeah, because I think Sweden. I've seen their players. I've seen their list. They're really, really good players, and to see the team come the longest distance in probably some of the shortest times, but. They've come all the way over to England, and they're not giving up. Especially some of their lists, absolutely devastating. It'd be lovely to see Jonathan actually win a game once against Skaven, but he's paired up against Darren Watson,
the
puppeteer of Donal himself.
Yeah, so really, in order for England to not win, they have to score less than 73. I think is the actual score. Some of those scores will be updated as we go through. Jimmy's voting for Scotland the Brave. Hook and Pin's voting for Wales. Elfbro just wants Jet to win. We all want Jet to win.
Jet's always a winner.
Rooting for all the teams to drop and let Scotland win, says Mr. Stinky. That's actually impossible at this stage.
Yeah, it's a little bit far.
But I think it's all about the battle for third place.
Third and first and second and last.
Yes.
Fourth and fifth, no one gives.
Last
no one
is key. Last is so key.
The last, first, second, third.
Everyone wants that. All right, John. I'm pretty certain we can come back to us right now. We can start talking through the list. You've got the overlay getting done.
Apparently, Team Australia to come and win a European comp just like Eurovision.
Yeah, I think Australia should come over and put their money where their mouth is. Same with you, America.
Yes. Yeah? The Team Derby would love to play against the Americans.
You're not a country. You're not even a city.
We still beat
Derby's
them.
like...
We are that small, we still beat them.
Yeah, Diadrin, we need Team New Zealand over as well. We get it. We're building a big international community here. Can't wait for all those teams to play each other. Loads of the Aussies just went over to New Zealand last weekend for their big event, and that's really cool. BrezCon was this weekend, so there's events all around the world. Yeah. LVO AoS team event is selling nearly 200 tickets. Wow. So yeah, it's really exciting time.
It's amazing to think. Obviously, AoS is still quite young in itself. Yeah. And everyone in the world now is getting in. There's bigger tournaments.
We all are excited, and we're all over. As long as we all decide to ban the Warp Lightning Vortex. Now, I don't want to carry on with this, but I'm not saying ban it. I'm saying ban it. Throw it into the sea, burn it,
melt it into
ban it at every tournament ever. Just don't let it in. No one wants it. It's terrible. It's awful. Stupid. Ban it.
And make sure hags go up.
I'm not bothered about that. Everything else in the game is fine.
No.
I've just said it.
Hags
don't care.
Trigger the shit out of me. As a non-shooting army, all of my armies I've never ever. I think I've killed one hag.
Sorry, it's okay. We can close the stream down now because Jimmy 1080 has just killed it in the chat. He just said Jamaica's got a Warhammer team. Cool Rollings. Jamaican.
And apparently,
I want to do a more Jamaican accent.
Oh my god.
Why is doing Welsh bad?
I mean, I'd just like to say, I think it was lovely being part of the Honest Wargamer, but if Rob continues to these accents, I think it might be the last time
we come to win the Warhammer, my friends.
This might be where we get just banned from ever taking on Twitch.
Listen, I think it's fine. My Jamaican accent's fine.
Okay.
Oh, so there's a cool update from Donal. Do you want to come round?
Come round.
Come round, Donal. I know it's far. Go on.
hold it.
Donal's got an update for us.
Hey guys, so if the stars align for Republic of Ireland
Okay.
and England cap Sweden,
Okay.
Northern Ireland cap Wales, and Republic of Ireland win by 21 points,
Yeah.
they're basically cap. They're third.
Wow.
Republic of Ireland
So
previously.
this is no longer a fight for the wooden spoon. This is
No.
a fight for wooden spoon.
And what you have to
and
remember
third.
for the Wooden Spoon and also for Republic of Ireland is they've come last 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row.
We have a special wooden spoon prize.
It is. Should we, I don't know whether to let the chat know or keep it as a surprise.
We should tell them.
I think.
Yeah,
I think
let's tell the chat.
should
So
know.
what is the prize for last place?
It's a potato peeler.
That's how confident I think the spot prize buyer was for the Republic of Ireland to lose this for a third time running. As you can see, I mean, it's gorgeous.
Inlaid. Yeah, all the no expense spared.
Definitely not £2.
So, Wooden Spoon. So there's all to play for. So join us during the game. Yeah, we're going to have Donal Cam, which at this point is kind of legendary.
It is. It is. You have been an absolute amazing.
Yeah, you've
boss.
done great work. Yeah.
I would love to say, it's not been a problem, but I just love it. I feel like this has been the Dono show with some people playing Warhammer.
I'm
People
not going to
from
lie,
Sweden
Donal.
travelled over for me.
I'm pretty certain I'm pretty tight with the guy that runs the Honest Wargamer coverage, and I think he's going to be hitting you up for some more guest appearance work in the future.
I am so happy to do that.
Would you be up for that?
Yeah, I don't care about playing anymore. I just want to talk about my games and how I feel about everything and Shadow Laurie. So I will be on Twitter later updating the games as Laurie loses, hopefully, finally.
Okay.
Who
all
is
right.
Laurie playing?
I don't know anymore.
Someone.
Swedish guy.
To be fair, just to give you a bit of an update, Laurie might not still be in the building. We did see Mick Windle pick him up and just run off with him. So I think he's been kidnapped.
That would be sad though, but probably for the best because Laurie beat a child earlier.
And he kicks
15-year-old
dogs.
child.
So kicking dogs, beating children. I mean,
But only by 10 points.
But he's not anything illegal though. Just not a paedophile. I didn't say that earlier. He's not. Just to clarify, that was incorrect. I retract my earlier statement. We will edit this out. It's not live.
It's
thankfully.
live!
whoa. Donal, come here. So that's a second retraction. What was the first thing you ever retracted live
Oh
on
no!
Twitter?
Come on, let's do the update.
Officially.
Let's do the update.
I've never retracted anything.
Exactly.
Hold on. Is this talking about that time you think I played you?
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
I don't recall ever doing that, but if you think it happened, Speckles, you're right.
I don't need to. Your name's on my board already.
All right, hold on. AD Matt wants to know who won between England and the Iron. Very close, but it ended up
So
being an
close.
English victory.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was tense. It was like the 100-Year War, and it was just close.
So it looks like England won comfortably, but there was a 6-up from our Byron rolled a 6.
Twice.
There was a bit of drama there, twice, or once, depending on who you are. Certainly, in terms of what was seen by Colin, once.
Once, but he did roll it that one time.
He did roll it that one time, and he had a 6 in his hand the other. These are both facts. I'm not controversial here. This is just
But you're
accurate.
saying them in a controversial way, and I know that because that's what I do.
No.
Yes!
Glinting in both of your eyes there.
Okay, so at the end of the day, he rolled at least 1 6, and that was enough. And
And then a 10 points difference as well.
a 10-point kill point difference
Oh, yeah.
that led to Laurie beating a small child who is only 15 years old. Laurie, the teacher himself. Nothing wrong with Laurie, probably.
Right. So.
Wow, and on that note, it's
Thank you,
random.
Donal. You can follow him on Twitter at WargamerDonal.
I suggest you should.
I suggest you should. Right, so look, let's talk about these matchups, right? We've got England versus Sweden, and I've got the matchups for them if you guys want to hear it.
Yes, I'd love to know.
Yeah, so you've got Skaven versus Gloomspike Gitz.
That's the Honest Wargamer host versus Darren the Skaven Watson.
Yeah, so and Darren also part of the Honest Wargamer team.
Yes.
You got Bone Splitters versus Andreas with the Legion of Asgore. Listen, I play Legion of Asgore a lot, and Bone Splitters, it's not like, you know how you say there's a hard counter to your army? Actually, most armies are a hard counter to the Legion of Asgore.
Hold on, there's been a quote put back into the chat.
Join us for our new channel motto, Shut Up Speckles. Yeah, which is nice. Everyone gets their own phrase.
Yeah, I'm shit and I shouldn't talk.
Yeah. So then you got both splits for the Legion of Asgore, Fire Slayers versus Fire Slayers. Wow, that's cool. So actually, finally, one of those two Fire Slayers lists might lose. Idneth versus Flesh-Eater Courts. That's a good matchup actually for Idneth.
Yes.
Legions of Nagash versus Daughters of Cain. Kharadron Overlords versus Disciples of Tzeentch, which is interesting. I reckon I root that for Disciples, to be honest. But Tinsdale knows what he's doing. Flesh-Eater Courts Tony versus Blades of Corn Mikhail. I really would like to watch that match. Actually,
really good.
I've watched him play Mikhail Magnuson. I've seen him. I've jumped over to see a couple of games, and he has absolutely taken names and done really work.
He really knows that list well. He knows his stuff. He's calm as well.
Yeah, calm,
he doesn't
ready.
really let it get in his head.
No.
It's like, let's just go.
And then you got Daughters of Cain versus Skaven Tide as the final matchup. Laurie versus Daniel. So that's England versus Sweden. We obviously know Scotland, Republic of Ireland. That's what we're going to be talking about during this round. But then in the other matchup, Wales versus Northern Ireland, you've got Mark and Stephen in a Skaven Tide mirror match.
The damn dirty rats.
See you later, Elf Bro. You have a good sleep. Good night to all my Australia bros. And let us know where you're joining in from around the world. I'd like to know. So, Daughters of Cain versus Glitzwhite Gitz. Order Draconis versus Idneth. That is bad for Order Draconis.
It's not.
It's not good.
It's not great.
So then you got Sylvaneth versus Stormcast Eternals. Idneth Deepkin versus Legions of Nagash. Tempest Eye versus Flesh-Eater Courts. The Stormcast Eternals versus Sylvaneth is a good call for Wales because Chris has got a very shooty list. Young Chris there. Then you got Owen with Legions of Nagash against Peter Sylvaneth, and finally you got Daughters of Cain versus Sinesh.
So that's Colin versus Andy Hughes. That would be a really good match to see. Actually,
Really.
Both great players and both actually good people. They're going to take it very seriously, but also have a fun with it.
Yeah. I just want to say a big shout out to Jimmy in the chat for donating 500 bits. Hugely appreciate that.
Wow,
Hugely appreciate all of you watching and everyone on Patreon and Twitch who helps support the show and make it a reality.
I mean, I'd just like to point out, obviously, one of our viewers is struggling with his eyesight a bit, AD Mac. If you'd just like to look a bit further down, apparently I've been awesome commentating. So if AD would just like to see that as well, I'll just point it out for you. Still need that rematch from you. So, shall we go back to the
We're gonna go to the pairings now.
Go to the pairings.
So we're going to talk to you guys through the pairings. We're going to talk about the lists. So that's what we do for this part. So you'll see them on the screen now. Bromilio, nice cap, but get a new one, please. Wow, that is rude. But also true. I'll get one on order this weekend. So you see Stormcast Eternals versus Flesh-Eater Courts. We're going to be talking about the lists. We're going to be making predictions. You guys in the chat, join us for the prediction phase. We'll be having fun with that. And then here's a list there.
What's going on.
We'll do the prediction phase. We'll show you what the stats say. And then we will bring you the results of the AoS Six Nations. First time a live stream event of an international team tournament.
Forever.
Well, for AoS.
Yeah, I've never ever seen. I've watched a lot of streams, never seen the actual things going out.
And Perkysaurus is right. If your dad doesn't have a beard, you've got two mums, two useless mums. So that's a band from Australia called the Beards. I checked.
Australian accent.
Yeah.
I can't do the Australian
Oh, you want me to do
accent
Australian accent, my friend? Oh, no problem. I'll bloody do it. Right, let's do the first list in an Australian accent. Please donate bits to stop me.
Any accent requests can be put online if you just like to put it
That
in.
won't be a bloody problem. We'll absolutely do it. You just press pause there. That'll be sweet. So, I have the lists for Team Scotland, and you have the list for Team Republic of Ireland.
Yes, I do. So,
All right.
Republic
Scotland
of
versus
Ireland.
Republic of Ireland can both lose, please, says AD Mac. Wow.
Well, I don't know. Going for third, Republic of Ireland could. That would be amazing to see.
It would.
Yeah.
It would.
So-
Especially as that's a rags to riches story.
It really is. So we'll go with the Republic of Ireland first. This is a Flesh-Eater Courts.
But you're going to do in your best Australian accent, mate.
I can't do Australian at all.
You're bloody
I
doing
can't.
great there.
I
That
can't.
basically sounds like you're from probably Brisbane or something.
I can't do it. It just can't.
What,
get
you
the
bloody
twang.
can't do it?
No.
We'll only do this, by the way, at international events.
I'll trying to think. I could do a Scottish accent for you.
No, yeah, you. Well, we
What,
swap
Swiss?
then.
I'll do the
You
Scottish team.
Scottish.
I'll do
Although if
Scottish
you
team
talk
with
Scottish,
Scottish accent.
Oh, bloody can't get out of it now.
I'll do the Scottish. You can do the Irish.
Oh, right, all right, yeah. Loftham at 100 bits to please stop. So wait, hold on. So I'm doing flesh eater course.
Yes.
Okay, right, no problem. So Kane O'Sullivan is. So I'm doing Irish. That's what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So he's got bloody flesh eater courts. He's got a gristle gore, and he's got an abhorrent ghoul king on a royal terrorgeist, and it's got all the things you take, including an 8th quartz brooch. It's also got.
I think your accents are all the same, but they're all in one.
So he's got a bloody another abhorrent ghoul king on royal terrorgeist, an abhorrent arch regent, another abhorrent ghoul king, and a crypt gas courtier. He's got 3 lots of 10 crypt ghouls, and he's got what's been famously nicknamed the Six Nations choice,
just
the corpse cart.
You're about to do an
This is
Irish
my bloody
accent
Irish
in front
accent.
of Donal.
This is basically perfect.
The look on Donal's face, if you could see it
The
now.
Irish team are giving me eyes.
The Irish.
What the bloody hell? I can speak Irish. It's so
all
easy.
of Ireland are now in the room. They just put down dice and just staring at Rob.
See you, lad.
I think for our own safety, the accent should stop.
All right, no
before,
more.
Before we
Right,
kicked
so
in
we
now.
go through again. Abhorrent Ghoul King on Royal Terrorgeist, Abhorrent Ghoul King on Royal Terrorgeist, Abhorrent Art Regent, Ghoul King, an Art Regent, a Ghoul King, a Gas Courtier, 3 lots of 10 Crypt Ghouls, and a Corpse Cart, which has become like a thing, right? Like, we've seen it in almost every list, +1 to cast, because he's got 3 endless spells, Chalice of Ushron, Cadaverous Barricade, and Malevolent Maelstrom. And he's also got Ghoul Patrol, so that reduces his drops, gets him 2 artifacts, gets him 2 mount traits, but then also the pluses to cast is huge. He's dropped 150 points, so he starts off with 4 command points, and he'll get a 5th one in his first turn. He's got the 8th quartz brooch to just fucking keep just doing attack after attack after attack after attack.
That's a lot of more attacks.
Yeah.
A lot of, I mean, this is the only actual one here with double Terrorgeist. Everybody else has gone Terrorgeist Zombie Dragon, so it'd be quite good. I'm a big fan of double Terrorgeist, but for me, there's just not enough. There's not enough Terrorgeist. My list, I like more. All the wings possible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so what is it in the Stormcast Eternals list?
So it's shoot list or shoot cast, should I say?
That's a term I invented, so
Yeah. Okay.
please make sure you use it.
So
I actually didn't.
no.
So.
Yeah. So we've got a Lord Arcanum.
Yes.
We've got a Knight Zeros, Lord Relictor, Knight Herald, 10 Secretars, 5 Secretars, 10 Evocators, 9 Varangard Raptors with a long strike crossbows, and 3 Aether Wings.
Okay, right, so Etherwing's really cool since the update, so they can kind of do old school Fnatic stuff. The Zeros is cool because it makes the shootcast so it makes the long strike Raptors like a little bit more reliable with reroll 1s.
Yeah.
It's so also command ability is going to let them shoot twice or shoot once in the hero phase. So it's really clever as a list, and it's a really nice answered effect, which is what they're against.
I mean, when I played with my effect against that, so obviously they can do the shoot in the hero phase. It does become a difficult decision though, first turn. So I think. I don't think they're not going to get to go choice of going first. So that also puts a lot of pressure on whether they keep the Vanguard Raptors in the sky. So if they keep them in the sky, knowing that they could potentially get smashed out by a dragon, that loses a round of shooting.
Yes.
So, I mean, I bullied a little bit to push my dragons forward and said, look, if they're down, I'm going to eat them up.
I think
So
another
they
key,
lost the shooting round for that.
another key part is obviously it's one of the things that you forget sometimes. I mean, don't forget, but it's something you need to be aware of. Obviously, there's a summoning that comes out of the Flesh Eater courts, so they've got basically a lot of units that could just come on and get you from the side. So the shootcast list has to make sure it screens quite well. Stormcast have difficulty realistically screening because they don't have they've got big-ish models and a large-ish footprint, but they are an elite army, and so they don't have quite the board control.
No, they do have good saves though, so that's pretty good normally. But they don't have the best bravery. So when the Flesh Eater Courts are going in with the Terrorgeists, so that's 2 Terrorgeist Screams and potentially 2 units of Flayers from those Terrorgeists. Or even a 3rd from the Archregent. So that's a lot of bravery shots. So you can't minus that anyway. It's just based on bravery. So Stormcast do not like that kind of stuff. It's mortal wounds.
Yeah, they don't like mortal wounds. No one likes a good old mortal wound.
We do have a request for you, Rob.
Yeah.
A Kiwi accent.
Is it? What? I've never even heard one. How does it sound?
I don't know. Well, I don't think it matters with your kind of accent skills there.
Rude. Rude.
So,
I'm not going to do one. No, I'm not
what's
going to do
next?
it. I'm going to do it all in South African name. Right. So wait, no. So the first thing we need to do, Twitch chat.
Yes.
Yeah, Speckles and everyone else in the room. What's your bets? Who are you betting on? Who's your money on? Yeah. Who do you think is going to win this? Is it going to be Stormcast Eternals or Flesh Eater Courts? Who are you voting for? Speckles. Who and why?
So I'm going on past experience.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
I'm going to go Flesh Eater Courts. So I don't know what he has for summoning for the Flesh Eater Courts, but he's going to bring on a lot. If you can bring in those flares, they're going to do a lot of mortal wounds. So potential for when they combat as well, the flayers, they do mortal wounds, plus the Terrorgeist mortal wounds. It's just all the mortal wounds going. And Stormcast absolutely hate it. They just can't stop any of that.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
So I actually root for the Stormcast. I think you're wrong.
Yeah?
In the chat, you are voting for FEC. You're paying the knick-knack. What? I don't know what that means.
No.
Stormcast. So one vote for Stormcast, but it looks FEC just because not against Shootcast. So everyone's voting for FEC, including Mr. Lee, Twitch. So let's go into our stats and let's see what the stats tell us.
Did the stats decide to go with me?
Huh?
The stats, have they chosen to go with me?
So, as you can see there, Mike with the Stormcast Eternals, his faction's got a 46% win rate, but as a player, he's got a 70% win rate.
Wow.
He pulled it out against Bone Splitters in round 1 against Team
Did.
England. He's against Kane with the Flesh Eater Court, 63% win rate for Flesh Eater Courts, but only a 15%, 59% win rate.
Yeah, sorry.
So it looks like the actual numbers, it goes to Kane. Yeah, so the stats say
that
Kane,
Speckles is
but
right.
the heart says... I think Stormcast. And again, me disagreeing with the stats.
Yeah. So far, it's been quite a lot of the stats have been... I've been going with the stats quite a lot, and you've been going against the stats. Bear in mind, you work quite closely with LLV.
Now, me and LV are tight as hell, right?
Yeah.
I love everything he does for the community. I love the stats.
Yeah.
The stats have given us like premise to have so many really healthy conversations about the game.
Definitely.
Right, and like they are a godsend for the entire community.
Yeah.
They're wonderful. He's a wizard, like, and I love him to pieces. But like, there is context, and he'll readily admit, lots of the wins that get tracked don't take scenarios into account. For example, if we look at something like the Beast of Chaos win that we saw at Sheffield Slaughter, right? It was an auto win on Better Parts of Valor against the army he was playing because of the scenario.
Yeah.
Had it not been for the scenario,
It would have been a fight.
so if you go to the podiums, Beasts of Chaos, in context, have only ever got 2 first-place podiums, right? But that's because at least one of those podiums is because it was an auto loss for his opponent on the scenario before deployment. Yeah, which is, I mean, obviously, right, read the packs, that makes sense, but it doesn't take into the context of kind of like the playing field.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really been a big fan of the burning ones. I think as well, I mean, obviously we've got the stats going, and that's an overall stats, but I think with the players here, their skill range is massive. I think that has quite a lot to do with it as well.
Nah, I mean, we're better Speckles, let's be real.
No,
like,
I'm not.
wow,
Well,
come
actually,
on.
there's quite a lot of people in this room that will deny to their hilt that I've beaten them, some more than others, but...
Do you know what? Everyone here has been absolutely wonderful. Like the team captains have been great, all of them. Like everyone's been really kind. We've had a really great weekend. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone here in the room. You guys obviously they won't hear it, but if they are representing your country, I think whichever country you're from, you can probably be very proud.
Yeah, they should. Like every single one has done something to just show they're willing.
I mean, none of them yet have got tattoos from their country, so cowards, one and all.
There's a lot of skin shown for their countries. But
So the battle plan for this round is different battle plans for each of the matchups. We'll talk about the battle plans in context when we talk about the matchups, right?
Yeah. So for now, I think we just jump on to the next one. Skaven Tide.
We
first
will,
place.
Simon. Look at you taking charge.
Well, it just makes more sense.
I'm really happy for you.
Especially as Scrivo, who has it and he's not here. So-
Exactly. So Skaven Tide versus Blaze of Corn.
Yeah. Or do we have a little chat about Scrivo while I'm not being here?
No, he's been great.
He has been.
He
really
has
good.
been great.
And
He
he's
got-
actually, I've been in a lot of pain today, but he's really helped me out, and he's done a lot for me.
He's
so
a superstar.
I
He,
don't wanna say to
he
his
never
face-
gets the love of the people doing the commentary.
I'm not going to say to his face, his ego a bit big, but he has helped me survive today.
Yeah, I'd never say it to his face 'cause he's one of the worst people in the world. But yeah, you guys are lucky that Scrivo does all that good OS work. Like, anyway,
Let's go. Let's see what next.
right. So Skaven Tide versus Blaze of Corn.
Yes.
Oh, actually, you can see Scrivo run there in sharp.
I think he thought he might have heard a compliment, and he come back with no. We're just going to tell him to.
He wants a
Scrivo.
compliment as much as he wants a hug.
He does. He does.
So Skaven Tide versus Blades of Corn. Let's look through the list that you've got there.
So I have the Blaze of Corn. So if I can find the right one. Yeah, so it's Liam Watts. He's using the Slaughter Host. He's got Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury as his general with a Crimson Crown. He's got it's an Archeon build. So it's the Archeon,
Yeah, baby.
Bloodscrater, Bloodstoker, Slaughter Priest, the 5 units of Blood Reavers and the Dark Beast. He's also got the Axe Wound and the Hexagore Skulls. It's not really a Wrath Axe. It's an Axe Wound to me. It looks like an axe wound.
Stop it.
It does.
No, come on, get that Derby lingo out of you. We're on the international stage now.
There is a wound where the axe has gone through.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taken completely innocently there.
All right. Okay. Fine. So Archeon 660 points of absolute smash face.
He's very cheap.
Rerolls to hit, rerolls to wound, extra damage, like loads of opportunities there. Low drop,
6-inch piling.
just doing the work. Yeah.
It's another one of those lists. So we see like the Nagash list. It was all about the Nagash. We've got the old Stormcast with the Storage Defender with the Star Drake. It's all about that Star Drake taking the hit.
Smash face.
Yeah, this one's now all about Archeon. Basically.
Archeon.
Archeon. And weirdly enough, the most well, it used to be the most insulted weapon of all weapons in AoS, Slayer of Kings.
Yep.
With
Rend 1.
Pitiful Rend 1.
Rend 1. What are you doing, you coward, Archeon? You're not going to end any times. You won't even send me to bed.
And now
Yeah, it's not even bedtimes.
It's relying on basically a 940-point army to make it good.
How to make Archeon better? Give him an extra 940 points and he'll finally get there.
It took a long time coming, but somebody actually figured out how many points it takes to make them good.
Okay.
And
we've seen this list run a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's
It's a good list. I just don't think...
Not versus Skaven.
Yeah.
Right, I'll read the Skaven list out.
So, he's got that stuff that's going to be thrown off the table if he puts it
He's
down.
got a Verminor Warp Seer, which I don't mind in context.
No.
Yeah, Verminor Corruptor, which is great, with the Sword of Judgment.
Well, he's got a good one, isn't he?
This is Cairn Smith as well, by the way.
Yeah.
And you got a Plague Priest on a Plague Furnace. And this is a great... Get ready.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
40 Plague Monks.
And
40 Plague Monks.
And
20 Plague Monks.
And
20 more Plague Monks.
And
2 more units of 10 Plague Monks.
And
The Congregation of Filth.
that's just call it what it is. That is a filth amount of Plague Monks.
It is.
That's what
Yeah,
it
so it's tons and tons of Plague Monks, right?
Yeah.
Loads. Yeah, 80 back in the chat. Boo! Boo!
I think, that is I did go over to the game earlier, and they're the pantomime villains now.
Yeah. Scotty Jock says the spoon belongs to Ireland. He's not letting. He's rooting for the Scottish. Screams over Dire Goat says Skaven. Yes. But so he's also obviously got the Warp Lightning Vortex. Again, not to labour the point, but if you ever play anyone and they got the Warp Lightning Vortex, please pick it up and throw it into the sea. Not the sea though. We don't want to.
No more plastic in the sea.
No more plastic in the sea. Where do we throw it?
Well, I was just
A
gonna say,
bin.
just melt it.
Yeah, just
Melt it down and make it into
no,
a
just
plaque.
super glue all 3 of them together.
Yes.
Yeah, so they can never be separated and then ever used. Actually, really.
Yeah, I mean, in the last game we just seen, the guy playing against Tony Moore with his Skaven, he decided to put it on the mountain. So he decided it's that powerful. He's just going to remove the actual scenery. It's like I won't even try and take their stuff out.
We're just going to burn it. Don't worry. Every event is going to ban it. Every person is not going to let it happen. I spoke to all of the team captains, and each one of them said, yes, let's just ban it from all of Age of Sigmar.
I do have a thing, though.
What?
So as they are the pantomime victims,
Yeah.
the villains, should I say, when you play up against it, I know what you do. You go, it's behind you, and then when they look behind, you grab that thing and launch it across the room.
Okay.
They will fall for it every time.
Well, that's
Every
enough.
pantomime victim turns around.
That's enough. We've done enough there. Yeah, those goddamn rat sewer scum. So those are the two lists. So it's loads and loads of plague monks, and they're going to want to fight, right? That if it was or not a normal, but if it was one of the more shooty versions of a Skaven list, then I think Khorne would be an issue.
Yeah.
But Skaven and Khorne,
Yeah, I mean,
they can battle it out.
yeah, the problem is, so the Khorne list is about destroying those elite armies. So, yeah, they're going to chuck Archeon in, who's going to just delete a model.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make a difference when you've got 160 models there.
Yeah. So Republic of Ireland. Yeah, I've got the Irish. Oh no.
Have you been reading the wrong one?
Fuck. Wait. Thank you, Jack Shadow. Wait, hold on. You've got Skaven tie from Scotland. You started it off wrong.
I'm sorry, I started off wrong. Sorry, man.
You plum.
Okay, so
So sorry, Jack Shadow. So sorry, everybody. Let's start again with round two. Bloody hell.
Right, so I'm looking for the Skaven. The problem is every team's got Skaven and every team's got back.
Right, so yes.
So I'll go with the Skaven time from Scotland.
Yeah.
Vermin Lord
Yeah,
Waltz
there you go, Amy Mac. Shut up,
yeah,
Speckles.
sorry. Thankwall the Bone Ripper. Great model.
Thankwall's are quite a rare choice.
Yeah, a Screaming Bell, a Grey Seer, a Warlock Bombardier, Grey Seer on Screaming Bell, 20 Clan Rats, 20 Clan Rats, 20 Clan Rats, 40 Plague Monks, a Warp Lightning Cannon, and the Pendulum, and he hasn't got the Warp Lightning, the Vortex.
You're a liar, Speckles, and I know you're lying. Yeah,
Yeah, but you double look though, didn't you?
I'm not fucking ever listening to you. Shut up, Speckles. Right,
Okay, so this is a very different list, to be
that's
fair.
a very different list.
different
It's very
list.
shooting. Let's look at the Khorne list for the Republic of Ireland, which is South Ireland, if you guys are not geographically skilled like I am. And he is rocking, here we go, shut up, Meg, yeah. He's got the Reapers of Vengeance. He's got a Bloodsecrator, a Bloodstoker, a Bloodthirster of Incessant Rage, a Bloodthirster of Incessant Rage, a Bloodthirster of Infected Fury. He's got a Chaos War Shrine. He's got 5 units of Blood Reavers. He's got a Slaughter Priest too. He's got Dark Feast and Tyrants of Blood, and he is coming for those Skaven.
Yes.
Who are you rooting for?
Well, I think
Who's your vote for, guys? Who is your vote for? Is it for Khorne?
it's for Khorne for me. I think that Bloodthirst is that the one where they can all activate first?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're just going to take out Thankwall. They'll take a lot of stuff out. They might die, but then Khorne they could potentially bring one back.
You're ridiculously wrong.
I know. Well, I'm trying.
So I'm going to call it for Skaven. Although, as always,
Yeah.
I want none of them to win. No, I want Khorne to win.
Exactly.
My heart wants Khorne, but my head says Skaven.
See, my head says Skaven, but my heart is taken over now.
Huh?
My heart is pumping blood and blood for Khorne.
You're Khorne. All right, good.
Yeah.
Good. Chat, who do you want to win? Blood for the Blood God. Are you guys going to go for the popular vote, or are you going to go for the smart vote? Do you play in with your hearts, which is Khorne, or your heads, which is Skaven? Cheese for the bad rats. Blood for the Blood God. Blood. Oh, everyone. So the Twitch chat have voted for Khorne. You guys are rooting for Khorne now. Love you all for that.
Kill, yes.
I'm just ignoring those guys. Screw you, Skaven players. And then
Cheese.
let's
Somebody's
see
cheese.
what the stats say. Who's going to win according to the stats? Is it going to be Skaven? Boom! Booyah!
Let's see.
So Skaven have got a 59% win rate, but their player John B has got an 80% win rate. Blazercorn J has got his faction's got a 49% win rate. He's got a 75% win rate. So they've called it for Skaven according to the stats.
So, do you feel good about voting for Skaven there, Rob? Do you feel a little bit dead inside? I see.
Please tune in to the Honest
I feel
Wargamer on
great.
Monday night. I am going to just go livid on Skaven and their existence.
Just so you know, Rob, you were doing this a year ago playing against Zinch, and now you're going Zinch. Is this to see?
Because they're rubbish now.
Are you now going to go Skaven next year?
I was thinking about playing Skaven, but it's such a negative play experience, right?
Yeah. And you have used the Warp.
Plus, I'm better than that. I've got more skill than that. That's fine. Right, so next up, you got Idneth Deepkin versus Daughters of Cain. So you've got Eels who can strike first. Idneth Deepkin for Scotland.
Yes, we'll get this right way around now.
And then you've got Daughters of Cain for the Republic of Ireland. So a pretty good matchup, 2 combat armies. Daughters of Cain need the buff, so they could get Alpha Striked. It's all about the drop count, realistically. Let's talk about the Idneth list.
So, Idneth list, it is...
Is Jay Berry in the chat? Oh my God, the Saurus Knight as well. Oh my God. Everyone's great.
He knows his stuff as well.
Jay Berry? Does he?
Yeah. Well, he knows more than me. I mean, he could probably read between Scotland and Ireland, whereas we can't do that at the minute.
But, you know, before we actually talk through these lists, we're going to get a quick update on what is happening in the overall team tournament here in our updated sheet.
Okay,
Let's see.
Let's see what's going on.
There we go. And we are looking at England at the top. They're the favourites to win Northern Ireland. We don't have any results coming in. Wales and Sweden jumping around all day long because they are tied, and the Republic of Ireland and Scotland are battling it out not to be last. But that doesn't mean there is, if in all the stars align, the Republic of Ireland can still play third. So there is a battle for third. There's still a battle for first as well.
It really is. And like I said, I do like these kind of team events, especially when they've got capped and uncapped. It really helps there's unfortunately only one team that can never get first or into top 3, but it opens everything up. No one's taking an easy way.
No. So the cap is always 100 for the round. But what happens is when we start the round, the teams are started on an extra 80 points, and then as they win or lose games, then points go up and down. England are estimated to get 109 points from this round. Northern Ireland only 74. So it looks very, very unlikely that Northern Ireland are going to take the win, but that's what they want. England 2 times reigning champions.
Yes.
Republic of Ireland 2 times wooden spoon. So there's loads to play for.
Yeah, it could go the same as normal. It has the past 2 years, so say, or it could flip-flop completely the other way around.
And we are back to the team composition, which is exciting.
Right, let's see if we can both read out the right teams for the right players.
Right, so you got Idneth.
Yes.
What's in the Idneth list?
He's got Tidecaster, which is very different to the other lists we've seen so far. Soul Render, Soul Scryer, 10 Thralls, 10 Reavers, 9 Achillean Guards, and another 9 Achillean Guards, and a Monster Corp, and the Racist Swords.
Yeah, the old Quicksilver Swords itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as you said, he's got... Where's all his points? In the 2 units, in 2 units of Morsart Guard.
480 points for 9.
Yeah, so he's got some nice screening units in the Namarti Thralls. He's got, which they can do wicked damage as well.
He's got a lot of shooting as well.
He does.
Which can come on from any board edge if he chooses to take them off. Obviously, you normally go with the Eels, but depending on the matchups, you can use those to shoot a lot of stuff off.
Yeah. So, Jay Berry in the chat there is absolutely right. So well researched. He's such a superstar. 5 drop. He's got the Tinsdale up against the Daughters of Cain, which I don't really need to read it, but I'll read it anyway.
A couple of hags.
So you got Willison. So he's got What? A Calibron Daughters of Cain list.
What's that?
Can someone Google this? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what Calibron does? I've never had to read it.
We're all minus 1 hit and shooting, apparently.
I already knew. It was just a joke. Thanks.
So, non-Hagnar. and now you're telling me that they don't have 3 hags.
Nathan is the Scottish master, according to Hawkeye.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, let me guess, 3 hags, though, at least.
Yeah. Down Under Network wants to know if this is square bases. No, this is not the game that Eldar just win all the time, if that helps you out. So
what else is in it? It's the 3 hags.
So it's got the Bloodrat Medusa, it's got a Hag Queen on Cauldron of Blood, and then it's got Marathi.
So not 3.
Fallen in love with Marathi over this weekend, by the way.
I quite like Marathi now.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
You hate Daughters of Cain as well.
I don't hate Daughters of Cain. I fucking hate the Hag Queens. But everything else is, I can do it.
I really like what she does in the game.
She's good.
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah, so you're right. It's might as well to hit. There's also a teleport, which is pretty big as well.
Yeah,
And inside that is 20 Blood Sisters, 30 Witch Elves, and 10 Witch Elves, and 2 units of 5 Kinry and Heart Renders. Don't forget, this is the bottom table, so not potentially the smartest choices there.
The one Daughters Game list that isn't Hagnar is on the bottom table.
So yeah, while the teleport could be interesting, I don't think that's going to be overly effective against the Eels. They've got enough, unlike some of the other lists that we've seen here, they've got enough screen in the Namarti Thralls to do the work.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. There's a bit of shooting from the Deepkin list.
However, they are going to be playing Relocation Orb.
Ooh.
Right, so that teleport could be
really good.
Could be very handy
How
in the
many
right
heroes
situation.
has he got? So we can teleport the heroes. So the good thing about having Marathi in the teleport, the orb one, is it counts as 20 models. So being able to teleport her onto that, you have to fight her, and you're never ever really gonna kill her off. So it's always gonna guarantee.
Yeah, but she's going to move quickly. It's all about priority rolls as well, giving away turns.
Yeah, I mean,
especially tense for a final round.
I do love playing that list because you kind of always want to go second, which a lot of armies aren't prepped for.
Yeah. To the top players of the entire nation, these are the bottom tables, so they aren't the smartest choice.
That's true.
To the top players of the entire nation, I guess you're right. That's rude, but I don't mean it to be. I'm just. How do you do commentary without being rude? Like, it's not intended as rude. It's meant just as observation, right?
We're just being what the name of the show is.
Honest. Right, so Daughters of Cain, that's Will, by the way. Will's a lovely man, by the way. So, Daughters of Cain versus Ironeth Deepkin. Twitch chat, Speckles, everyone, for the 3rd out of 8th final time. Who do you think is going to win this?
I'm going to go... Oh man, please don't. I'm not even going to say
play Relocation Orb.
I don't want to say the name of them, but that one.
You go for Daughters of Cain?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
You've kind of softened up to them over the weekend.
99% of it, and they're not the hag. Never. If I was ever given them, because I would never buy that hobby, I'd play it purely without hags.
Okay. Well, I'm voting Ironeth.
Yeah, I think they're good. I just think the heroes and Daughters of Cain will be able to get a lot more points.
Yeah,
There's a lot more models there.
Yeah, and they also, you've always got that issue with Marathi, right?
Yeah.
Like, Marathi's just going to hold it off.
Yeah,
Pokey John says blue.
too.
Lee Bromley says Daughters of Cain. Adequate Wargamer says a dragon. I reckon that's an eel. Daughters of Cain for the shiz. Those eels will turn into stew. Yeah, so Ironeth Deepkin, Daughters of Cain. Oh, it's a bit drawn.
It is.
Twitch chat, you guys are a bit split. You can't decide. Fight amongst yourselves. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to the stats machine, LLV, who's currently asleep, I think. But let's see what he already generated in this wizard-style scale.
Even when he's asleep, he can still do the stats.
So, Skaven, faction... Ironeth Deepkin, their win rate is 59%, but the player, Nathan himself, is on a 70% win rate, which gives him a 64% overall. However, Will, with his Daughters of Cain, 64% win rate of Daughters of Cain because they are so broken.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And then the player 63%. So Nathan, the stats are saying.
They're saying it's Daughters of Cain.
The stats are saying Nathan.
Deepkin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deepkin.
Okay.
So the stats are saying Deacon. So how do you feel about the stats not going your way, Simon?
I think the stats are starting to go against me because I'm trying. I should be going Deepkin. I should never have tried to side with that team.
You're barely trying at this stage.
Yeah, I'm barely trying. But I just think, honestly, I think with the heroes being able to stack the things, stack the buffs and teleport around, yeah, it's a good choice. That Calibron's really good choice for this mission.
Yeah, I think Eels are a good choice for this as well. So again, the next matchup is round 4, so table 4. So that will be Blades of Khorne versus Beasts of Chaos. They're also playing Relocation Orb.
Okay.
In the realm of Giran. If you guys are interested, realms are in effect. So take us through. Also Twitch chat, thanks for joining us. Hope you're all doing well. Make sure you stay hydrated, and we love you all. Take us through the list.
Okay. I'm losing the plot now. Blades of Khorne. I'm trying to make sure I get it right as well this time. So we've gone through this list.
Let's see what the Scottish have got.
So
What have they bloody got in here?
Scottish have got the icon list that we've gone
Can
through
you not
already.
bloody speak Scottish?
I'm not too bad at Scottish, but I'm a lot better at the Welsh.
You'll never take our objectives.
I mean, we have been through the...
The Scottish coach there actually just swore at me and called me a dick with his eyes. Yeah. Anyway.
we have gone through the corn list already. So it's the Archeon list. That's all buffed up for the Archeon.
Okay, so we've read through this before,
read that before.
but let's quickly just recap.
So it's a Bloodthirster, Fury, Archeon, Bloodscrater, Bloodstoker, 2 Slaughter Priests, 5 units of Blood Reavers, and the Axe and the Hexagore Skulls. So, yeah, not too bad. Relocation Orb is going to be quite good as well, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree massively. Relocation Orb's really interesting. Archeon, especially because you can just go and pump on that objective.
Yeah.
However, he is against the Beast of Chaos, and I fall in love with Beast of Chaos at the minute. Absolutely fall in love with them. Don't know what's happening.
Are you a beastie boy?
Underrated joke. That's good. That's good. It shouldn't have chuckled me because that's like a 4 out of 10 joke, but like it was enough that I was like, oh yeah, the chuckle's going to bring that up to a 6. That was yeah, well done. Congrats.
Thanks. It nearly killed me saying that joke.
Right. The Beast of Chaos.
So, what's in that list?
Can't bloody find it. Oh, there we go.
It's on there.
Shane Ford. Go on, Shane. Go on, Shane. Right, so what he's got an all herd from the realm of Hiyash. And he's got a Zangor Shaman with a Dominator. He's got a Great Brave Shaman with the Knowing Eye and the Vicious Stranglethorns. He's got Dragon Ogre Shaggoth with the Blade of the Desecrator and the Lore of the Dark Storms. And he's also got a Great Brave Shaman. Now he's got 10 Zangors, 10 more Zangors, and he's also got 10 more Zangors and another 10 Zangors. And he's got 3 lots of 3 Zangor Enlightened. So an MSU Beast of Chaos list. He's also taken them in the Phantasmagoria of Fate. And he's got the Wildfire Taurus. I'm a big fan of this spell. Making stuff always strike last.
Yes.
A part of the activation wars.
Which is now slowly becoming the whole wars, really. Everything seems to be going towards this activation wars.
You don't like the activation wars?
I don't mind it, but I think it's becoming a lot bigger than it should be.
Okay, I was going to say this one more time. You play fucking Gristle Gore?
I wouldn't care if we got rid of it, though.
Just saying.
I'm a Flesh Eater Course player.
You are
the rules to get worse.
You are the problem. I don't want anyone to run away from it. Speckles is the problem, so make sure everyone in the chat knows that. So, Beast of Chaos, I like the MSU. Making stuff always strikes last is going to be a big one, right?
Yeah.
Especially against Bleeds of Corn. However, I don't know, once he's made everything strike last, if he's actually got the output inside that list to do the work.
No, but I mean, I think having the massive mobility of a Corn, I think that'll help him.
The mobility?
Yeah. I mean, I know Beast of Chaos are mobile, but they're mobile and fragile.
Mobile, fragile, hostile. Is that what you'd say?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
That's the thing about the Beastie Boys. They, you know,
You're going with that now, are you?
they dropped some hot tracks, but they haven't been relevant for a while. I'd say the Wildfire Taurus is interesting, but I don't think that there's the punch in the list to punch through. Relocation Orb, yes, this is Relocation Orb as well. And while the Shaman's quick, they don't have that Archeon bully to go and sit on those objectives.
They're going to get hit hard. They can't put them on there and hold off being hit. I mean, I know the hero
And then the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is all right, like not great, but he also he's not fast enough. So I reckon it's going to come down to if he can get rid of Archeon early, then he might be able to get up on points.
I mean,
but I feel that's going to be the issue.
Yeah, can you see anything in there being able to take Archeon down? Can you see anything in that list that will take Archeon down?
No. No. I mean, but this is what's cool about making something always strikes last. If I make you always strikes last, I can hit you with
a lot of
units.
Zangor. Yeah, true.
So in the chat there, J-Bulls himself of the Rage of Sigmar podcast, go listen to those guys, says, I don't like the activation wars. It means people will be able to interact with my army. That's a quote from Simon motherfucking Speckles, a PhD in Warhammer. Right, yes, this is kind of a Rick Myhill list in its Beast of Chaos nature, but it's also a bit of a par list as well. We saw par in the UK running this kind of list. So, yeah, could do work, but scores on the doors. Ladies and gentlemen, who are we rooting for and what do we think the result's going to be? Simon, first up, and everyone else in the chat.
I'm going to go with the Archeon list. Yeah, I think.
Blades of Corn?
Yeah, Blades of Corn. I think.
Why?
Their heroes can. They're fast, and when you've got the heroes on, I don't think there's much in there that can stop them. So there's a lot of points. I've actually played against the Old Man River himself, 80 Mac, with his Archeon at this as well. It's really hard to shift Archeon off this.
Okay. So I actually agree with the Blades of Corn.
Wow. So we've. Not very often we agree.
It's rare we agree. It's rare. It is rare. It is rare. That's because I've made it my life's mission to understand Warhammer, and then you're here.
Thanks. So I'd just like to know if anybody's out there who'd like to give Rob a lift home back to Nottingham.
Speckles is great, by the way. Speckles has actually done amazing this weekend. I'm really happy he came to join us. You're a wonderful man, Speckles, and I look forward to having you more in here in future.
Yes, and come for your chairs.
Huh?
Come for your chairs next time.
These chairs are horrific, but Wales don't believe in comfort. So the Twitch chat, who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for Blades of Corn or the Beast of Chaos?
Well, there's a Beastie Boys there from Jim. Relocation Lord. Okay, so another Beast as well. Beast. AD Max still trying to figure out how to type, so he's figuring out what he wants.
Blades.
Oh, AD has sided with me as well.
Blades of Corn. Blades of Corn.
Wow,
So I think the Twitch chat, I think we're all calling Blades of Corn here.
Okay.
Which is looking good for Scotland. And then let's look at the stats. Let's see what the stats say.
Yeah.
Scores on the doors.
I love that Scrivo messaging in the chat. Tell me shut up.
This is perfect. So Blades of Corn, they've got a win rate of 49% and a player win percentage of 60%.
Wow. Well, just after that, we have a little bit of controversy.
Well, hold on. Let's just go through this first. So it looks like it's been called for Shane, Beast of Chaos. 53% win rate for his faction, 60% win rate for him. So everyone else is calling Beast of Chaos. So the stats are actually going against Twitch, Speckles, and me.
The stats, I think they've just overloaded themselves. They're losing it now.
I mean, Relocation Orb requires a very specific set of items that can really skew if
it is
what's
also
good.
It can either go completely one team's way, completely other, or just completely random. It just depends on where it's just going to land.
It can go one of 2 or 3 ways.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, up, down, left, right, the whole lot. I love this mission, to be fair. I just don't ever get to play it.
Relocation Orb.
I love it. I think it's good.
I think it's a good mission. I think it's a good mission to be in the pack, and it does show you the difference, right? The Beast of Chaos list is really interesting. However, the Archeon build is actually really strong for this particular mission, so it's a good call.
Yeah. It's just got heroes that can hold it, and I know having lots of units is good, but having a unit, one model that can take a hit, counters 20, and the other stuff are 10. I just think it's got it.
I agree with that as well.
So a little bit of a random update again from out in the fields of the players.
No, well, in a minute we're about to go to.
Oh, we're going to do it.
Yeah, in a minute we're going to go. We're going to go to.
Find a little bit of an interview, I think, maybe, or a wander around.
So the very first.
Again.
Yeah. So Zinch beat Caradron, which is a. Sweden get a major victory, 15-5 against England. So England lost a game. First result in. Now, if you're rooting for Northern Ireland, yeah, that's great.
I think we're about to see somebody, a very impartial man.
Yeah. If you're rooting for Northern Ireland, that's good. If you're rooting for England, that's bad.
Yeah.
Find out more. To a man who is very impartial about who wins
about all of it.
right now, we're going to go to our infield reporter, the Grot Terrorist himself,
our boss,
Donald Taylor.
Guys, so just in case people don't know, my name's Donal. I'm running the event today, and I'm very unbiased about whoever wins, except for England. So we're going to go quickly through some of the tables. First of all, we're going to go with Khorne versus Skaven. Now, on Twitter, if you follow AoS 6, I just did the Warp Lightning Vortex Is It Fun cam, and I found out that none of the opponents enjoy it. Jonathan, however, has accepted that it exists and is now more immune to it than before. So it just shows if you get abused, you might enjoy it over time. So like when my dad beat me, it's fine, I don't talk about it, it's okay. So we have Skaven versus Khorne. It's all pretty exciting here. There's a Bloodthirster dead because of the Warp Light Vortex. There's a, I have no idea what this is, a War Shrine that is probably going to stay there because of the Warp Light Vortex. There is a Bloodthirster here. He's trying to charge into some monks. Vermin Lords. It's not looking good here. The Khorne is in a very tough matchup. I think Jay from the Republic of Ireland got what we call the bus. But this is important. So we're looking so far 1 win for Scotland. How are you feeling about your matchup? This is the Shooty Stormcast versus Feck. They started off very, very cagey, both baseline in it. I guess you went first? Or you went second?
Yeah, so it's probably a little bit doubly. If it comes down to a double turn, I'll probably not take it next. I'll wait a bit. Right now I'm just trying to do some board control, hold out the teleport in from the Vanguard Raptors because they're nasty. And then just kind of wait to see where I can put my Terrorgeist.
Okay, so it's still very cagey here. I don't think he has much in the way of ballisters, so it's mainly about those Vanguard Raptors in the corner there where they can teleport to. But the problem with the Vanguard Raptors, if they teleport away, they lose the Ether Wings, and the Ether Wings are super important to combat on the defensive from the Stormcast. So that will be an interesting one. Now we're going to go over to JP, the Corpse Cart meta against Sylvaneth. Doesn't have a Corpse Cart. This is not the face of someone enjoying it, but Rob is a beautiful man. He's incredible. We love him. JP with his Feck and his Corpse Cart. So that's what really sets his list apart from all the other Gristlegoers. He has a Corpse Cart. He's got 2 spells this time from the Corpse Cart. That's incredible. And Rob does not look like he's enjoying that. Just like the Warp Lightning Vortex, is Feck fun? Probably not. Only if you play it. Is it Feck? Okay, so we're going to walk down. We're going to go to the Irish matchup. We're going to go to this Irish Skaven matchup. It's against Sylvaneth. So if you just remember, we've just seen the Irish Sylvaneth against the Scottish Feck. Now we're going to go to the Scottish Sylvaneth against the Irish Feck. So have they just done what we call being thrown under the bus and no one cares about trees because it's a dead book? This is probably the last. This is probably the last time Stu is going to run Sylvaneth in its current form. Assuming the shipment from China comes, it's still being held up in customs. No one really knows what's going on. I mean, some people at GW do, but we don't. How's it going, Stu?
I went to try and outnumber him on his home objective turn 1. I didn't manage to kill enough. I needed to kill 2 more plague monks, so I managed to score 5, and now I'm suffering the plague monk counter charge. So we'll see what's left going into turn 2.
Okay, and so you haven't done your priority roll yet?
No, it's not charged me yet.
Oh, it's his turn 1. Okay, Kieran, good luck. We're going to not disturb you, but that looks like it's a good charge coming on. 3 inches. Don't roll a double 1 twice.
Okay, well, I'll try not to.
Okay. That is tactics. I don't know as a TO if I'm allowed to give tactics, but there you go. You can complain to me later. It's fine. I'm very helpful. No, so now we're going to go on. Would you like to see Mick the bare chest Windle? No, let's leave that for later. I think the naked guys deserve their own time at the very end. So now we have Liam the Watt Khorne against Shane Ford Zinch. It doesn't really work as well. Is it Chaos? What? Beast of Chaos. I mean, it's basically Zinch, but whatever. You're original. How's it going, sir?
I made a fuck up in the first turn, didn't score, and then he won priority, so we'll see how this goes.
Okay, so far, just to kind of recap where we are. So we've looked at 5 games so far. We've got 1 Scottish win from the against the Khorne. We've got probably a cagey match that I can't call. The Feck against the Sylvaneth, I'm kind of confident on. So, and then the Scottish Sylvaneth looks like it's gone down. So on those first 4 tables, we've probably got 2 Scottish wins, a loss for Scotland, and then a cagey one. And then we've just come over here. We've got another win for Scotland. So that's 3 wins we're looking at, which means Scotland could pull this out of the bag and not win the wooden spoon. It would be a travesty for everyone except for my wooden spoon prize, but that's a surprise for everyone, or except for the people I told. And the people in the chat who I told earlier. How's it going over here?
Yeah, it's going good. Not much has happened yet. It's just It's all about rolling dice, yeah. Roll some dice, make stuff happen.
So here we see clearly the Deepkin against Daughters of Cain. Particularly when it's rolling dice, it really helps for the Daughters because they get a lot of rerolls and the Deepkin don't. So I think it's probably pretty easy for them. But we'll pretend that he's a talented man that can play well, but he's not. He admits it, we admit it. His partner probably doesn't, but that's fine. He needs one support. Okay, so I think this could be dicey. It's too early to call. Because it's Daughters, I'm going to assume it's Republic of Ireland, but that's not true necessarily. Now we're going to go to the tables that you've all been waiting for. Oh, thank God he's not here. Mick Windle, the team captain, who's been topless for most of the event. He actually, in Ulster Warlords, which was a team event a few months ago, decided to wear a dressing gown in a restaurant, and then he got chucked out. But he's just topless here because he didn't bring his dressing gown. And he's got Zinch versus Daughters. It's quite a tense matchup. This doesn't look like it's going to be easy. Is it not? No one's done anything? How do you think it's going to go?
Why would you get 0 points?
Really? What? Why?
I can't do anything. I can't score. I'm going to lose all my models to his magic.
Well, there you have it first, guys. Change Host is back, and it's a good matchup versus Daughters. What are you playing? It's Border War, right? It's Arcane Power. This is a rough matchup for Daughters. I've almost never felt sympathy for Daughters in a non-Feck or Skaven matchup, and this might be the first time. That is tough, sir. Okay, so now we have the second of the topless the games. We've got KO versus Legions of Nagash, where KO came down, and how did that go?
Not too bad, I think. I fucked up and forgot about my grapple hooks and my charge phase, but I think it's done me a favour. So, yeah, I think I'm alright. But I'm just getting attacked by Grimghast at the minute, so try to weather that storm.
Good luck. Good luck. Okay, so. Okay, Mick is back. The dad bod himself. Mick Windle. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. Yeah, that is a slab of meat. I don't know if anybody really wants to see that. Other updates going on. Laurie Wiggett, he's up against Skaven. The Skaven summoned a Verminlord Corruptor. That was hilarious. Hopefully Laurie loses. I'll keep you posted only if he loses. If he wins, I'm not going to mention it again. And we can head back to Rob and the team to continue the recaps. Cheers, guys.
Great work there, Donald. Thank you very much, Andy. You guys are great. Welcome back. Prince Edward's Island in the house. I don't know what that means. But Jay Berry, thank you very much for subscribing. You guys are great. Just great guys.
Just great. I have a bit of news that I can't hold in any longer.
Always hoping Laurie loses. You guys are great. Great work.
Thank you very, very much.
Great work, you two. Thank you so much, Andy and Donald there.
Okay, so we're just. I know we've not got to their list, but I just need to tell you something that's blown my mind.
Yeah.
So we have Caradon Overlords versus Legion of Nagash. We all
What
know
table?
That table thingy.
Table 7.
Table 7. We all know that guns are not good at shooting spooky ghosts.
Correct.
You know what's worse?
What?
Is when you completely, and I mean 100%, forget and give up on your charge. So the Caradon guy shot.
Yeah.
And then went, okay, my shooting's over, now it's over to you. And he's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, it's fine, it's your turn now, isn't it? And, okay, then, so the carried on. Didn't realise until after he'd started doing all his hero stuff, he's like, oh, I could have fucking charged with any of my stuff. Forgot the lot.
Wow.
So it's not doing too well.
I mean, that is a good tactic.
Yeah, apparently now the Scots said, oh, well, it's mind games now. He's like, I meant to forget it all.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, all right. Yeah, so come to us and then the results. If you guys are just joining us, thank you very much for being here. This is the AoS Six Nations, 6 nations from around the world, battling out to see who is the best. and mainly
worse.
to see if they can beat Team England.
Yeah.
Who came first and first in the past 2 years. Team the Republic of Ireland came second, came last.
Yes.
The past 2 years as well. So it's a race to the wooden spoon. It's a race to the top. It's very exciting. This is Simon.
Hello.
We're in Cardiff. I'm Rob, and we're going to go and look at the live update of the scores right now. Thank you for joining us. You guys are gorgeous. Yeah. Just faces.
Anybody's face in particular.
There we go. So England, there we go. We've had some results in.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So there's a big gap now. 20 points difference. 22 points difference in the round.
A big gap.
It's a big gap.
It's getting bigger.
I know that Northern Ireland, Andy Hughes, over
for
Team Wales has just rollocked. Good old Colin Cochrane of Team Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
He took all of his models off. He Sinesh activated everything. Aether Quartz broke some command points.
5 up every single time. He's not spent a command point yet.
No.
He's just managed to brought all of it back.
Yeah.
That's not great. George again, they're good at fighting, but when they don't get to fight at all.
Some would say that the activation wars suck.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a dark time in the history of Age of Sigmar. One we will remember not fondly, where eyes were closed and ears were plugged in, because
vortexes were thrown in the river.
And we all screamed, "No, not again!" as none of us ever struck in the combat phase.
Yes.
So it's a sad time. It's a dark time. However, it's an exciting time.
It is.
Because the General's Handbook might come out probably on the 15th of June.
Yeah, that's really not long away. Literally 13 days. 13 days.
Wow, the number of Skaven FAQ announced. Wow, that's exciting. However, look, England versus Northern Ireland, still in it. I don't think Northern Irish can get it if they keep taking losses like we just saw there. Sweden versus Wales, it's a race to third. Republic of Ireland and Scotland, neither team wants to be last. What do you think? Who are you rooting for?
So, it would be nice to see Team Wales do well again, but I still think it'd be nice to see Sweden do well. I think they've had some of the greatest matchups. Paul Jonathan taking on yet another Skaven for his sins, but fair play, he's going. It's a very young and athletic army he's playing with his Gloomspike Gits.
Agreed. So one of the in the chat there, Jay Berries is saying that Speckles, he'd be interested to know if you can read.
Sometimes. Today, no. Which is more fearful for you, Rob, as I'm driving.
Hi, Toon King Christian. Right, so let's move on. Let's go. Let's start looking at the other 4 matchups that are going to happen between the Republic of Ireland and Scotland. Here we go.
Let's see. Oh.
So,
so
Daughters of Cain versus the Disciples of Zinch. Scotland are running Daughters of Cain. Disciples of Zinch for the Republic of Ireland. Let's go. Tell me what's in that Daughters of Cain list. That's probably Hagnar or Witch Elves.
I'll give you a little update from there as well. I spoke to them. So, let me see if I can find them on my list.
Hi, Nath. How you doing? How's Jet? Is everything good? Carry on.
Okay, sorry.
No, keep going. So, who's in the Daughters of Cain list?
Well, this is a Hagnar list.
Shut up.
Yes, just to say, there's only one Daughters of Cain list that wasn't Hagnar.
Yeah, it was.
Just one. So it's Slaughter Queen, Cauldron of Blood.
Oh, hold on. I do want to talk about this, but Sanisa's got a really good point. We are at the 6 nations, but the thing I've learned from this weekend is that the 7th nation is friendship.
There's been some friendships here. There's been some tears. There's been some moaning. I mean, that's just the crew. But
right, so Daughters of Cain.
Yes, so the Slaughter Queen on Cauldron of Blood. Morathi, 2 things that cost 60 points, should be 500 points. The Hag Queens. 2 units of 20 Witch Elves, 10 Witch Elves, 15 Blood Sisters. Okay. And 5 Heart Renders with an extra command point of 1930.
Yeah, but I mean, Blood Sisters are a thing, right? I think
they're very good.
They're very good. Kyrian Heart Renders. So normally you see 2 units of Heart Renders. Drop to command point as well, so you got that spare command point.
Yeah, I mean,
really interesting.
I think Blood Sisters are where Witch Elves should be points-wise. That should be fair.
The real forbidden power was the friends we made along the way.
Wow.
You guys are great. 80 back just sicked in my mouth. That's fine. That's what old age will do to you. Right, so I'd say it's a little unstandard when it comes to the Daughters of Cain list, because the Blood Sisters are a little bit of a swing choice. Also, not having another unit of Heart Renders, you normally always see 2, and no maxed out units of Witch Elves.
No. It's a bit bonkers, but...
It is bonkers. It is bonkers.
It's a list I'd almost play if they got rid of the Hags, the Witches, the Cauldron, and the Heart Renders.
However, going against my new favouriteest army in all of Age of Sigmar, weirdly, and also 2017 Rob would like to punch 2019 Rob in the face, is Disciples of Tzeentch. Operated by a man who hasn't worn a t-shirt yet today, Mick Wendell. He is rocking Disciples of Tzeentch with a Lord of Change. He's got the Magical Supremacy and a swish pair of wings. He's also got Tzeentch's Firestorm as a lore spell. He's got a Herald of Tzeentch, and he's got the Blue Scribes. He has a battle line unit of 10 pink horrors 3 times. He has a unit of blue horrors. He has 2 units of Screamers of Tzeentch. His battalion is the Chain Host, and he has got endless spells for days. He's got the Aether Void Pendulum, the Bellwind Vortex, Gemini's Wolverine, Prismatic Palisade, Soulstone Shackle, Suffocating Grilltide, and the Umbral Spell Portal. And all of them are fine.
And a Pedra and a Partry.
Yeah, he's just got them all.
He's got everything going.
He's got them all. He's got them all. He has got, as his command trait says, magical supremacy.
He really does.
He really does, especially against Daughters of Cain. They're a really good army, but like they don't really do much in the magic phase.
No, I mean they are playing 3 places of arcane power. Daughters of Cain not in a battalion, so they're not going first. So I've actually been over to the table in a little chat with Lee. He's not doing too well. So Change Host is quite good at 3 places of arcane power, with him having 6 heroes that can score, and the Daughters Game player just can't get on him. So he's aiming, actually, the Daughters Game player is aiming for 0 VPs. So 0 objective points.
Yeah. Yes. He hasn't got Marathi in the list either, has he?
He does, yeah.
All right, Marathi could do it.
He could, but from what I've just seen, he's got to go through about 40 Pink Horrors Brims and everything.
And also, the endless spells can just like do all of the damage in the active priority phase.
Priority phase, yeah.
So we're going to coin that term, priority phase.
Priority phase, yeah.
There you go, because people need to learn. We need a word for it. We can't just say in the in-between times.
So that would be PP.
Damn, you've already ruined it. The PP phase.
The PP phase.
You've ruined that for me.
Okay, so the ultimate, select the Giant's Milk. Oh yes, that would be Mick Wendell himself. Yeah, I don't think it's going too well for Daughters of Cain. Bless him. Mick Wendell, the man, he's loving it actually. He's also, I think he's like 6 beers in now, so I don't think you can actually see the table. But Mick Wendell, I think
yeah, he is. As Denise has put, he is glutted on Giant's Milk. Raised the Giant's Causeway, located probably near Ireland.
I'm sure that's that's Mick Wendell's home.
Yeah, that's where he actually lives. He has a Warhammer dojo where he trains the rest of the Irish team, located on the steps of the Giant's Causeway. They drink Giant's Milk every morning.
And beer.
Yeah, and they've never seen a big woman from up north. Yet. That's why they came to Wales. Play Warhammer and find the big women.
Were they hoping to play Scotland's big women?
See you later, Denise. You have a good sleep. See you later. Oh, nice. Tomb King Tristan, I'm glad you're here. Hook and Pin, all you guys watching, I'm so happy you're here. So who are you voting for, Tzeentch or Daughters?
Well, after my own update of seeing it with my own eyeballs, I think I'm going to go with the Giant's Milk drinking, beer swilling, man the myth, the ogre legend, Mick Wendell.
Mick Wendell.
Mick Wendell.
I'm also voting for Mick. Well done. So that is going to be 2 Disciples of Tzeentch, because they're the coolest army now, in my opinion.
100% no.
Disagree.
when you put that 9 dice of Zinch on the table, you'll feel dead inside.
Apparently, Giants Causeway is an island. Sweet!
Rob finally got geography. I thought he was joking, but he didn't know.
I never knew that. Yeah. So who are you voting for? Sinisa Zinch, baby. Hawkeye's voting for Daughters of Cain. Oh, come on. All right.
Yeah, I have a little bit of love for Daughters of Cain now with Marathi, but that's the only model in that army that I like. Maybe the snake's quite cool looking as well.
So so someone else, next person to vote gets to choose whether or not the Twitch chat is on the money.
Oh, George from Scrivo himself.
You're not allowed to vote. Yeah, so
I don't know. Shall we see if Scrivo can beat the stats and beat us?
Right, yeah, let's find out what the stats are on the door. The Adequate Wargamer. So here we go. Bum, 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 bum.
Scrivo known for his knowledge as well.
So you'll see there that Daughters of Cain Lee is rocking a 64% win rate with a faction, but as a player, he's rocking a 60% win rate. And then, 1 minute. And then the overall is 60%. Sorry, his player percent win rate is 60%, so 62% win rate. And then
Mick Windle with 54%
for Zinch,
faction.
but as a player, 74% win rate, 64. So the stats say it's Mick. So the Twitch chat,
or
Speckles, Rob, everyone thinks it's Disciples of Zinch. Let's find out. But before we do find out, we're going to go to a man who needs no introduction, and his dad. It's Donal.
Okay.
If you've ever seen the film, oh, never mind.
Hey guys, this is Colin Cochran, my dad. Colin's playing the crutch army that is Daughters of Cain.
Yes.
So super easy to win with. He's got Marathi. How many wins do you have this weekend?
I've had 3 wins this weekend. 3 wins.
And how many losses is that?
2 losses.
And is that because you're really good, or?
Sorry. 2 wins, 3 losses.
So actually, sorry, you've got 2 wins and 3 losses.
3 losses.
Is that because you're not a very good player?
I think so, yeah.
So what are you going to do next if you can't win with Daughters?
I just retire.
Retire.
I play Grots.
Skaven?
Skaven.
Skaven. Okay. So Colin the Crutch Cochran.
No, here, come here.
Okay.
Come here, you bad man.
Okay, so
Right.
so I think this is the victor who beat my dad senseless. By the way, in case you've been following this today, I did admit that my dad abused me when I was younger. So here's my dad.
Hi.
What are you playing, Andy?
Slanesh.
And who did you beat in the last round?
Colin.
Colin, who's playing with?
Daughters of Cain.
And you have a much less bent army called?
Slanesh.
And they're a lot weaker than?
Sorry?
They're a lot weaker than?
A lot weaker than Daughters. Apart from when you make all the Daughters units fight last and then have 10 activations.
10 activations.
But is it actually the 10 activation, or did Colin put himself in a position that allowed you to smash him?
It was a little of both. It's my ability to roll 5 ups with my brooch to keep stacking up command points.
But really, should we just admit that Colin's a shit player?
I am now 2-1 up on our grudges.
And now he is another Colin Humbler.
He's a Colin Humbler. Just so people can understand, I've got the Colin Humbler on my back. It was such a big deal for me that I added that to my back on my t-shirt. That's what happened. Andy, are you enjoying playing Slanesh?
Oh, it's fantastic.
No. He went 10 times in combat before I could actually attack. 10 times. And how many command points did you spend?
0.
And guys, that sounds like a terrible story.
He started with
But
3
he
command
plays
points,
with Daughters
finished with 3 command points.
because they finished in turn 1. But
I got to move my models up and then take them off.
and honestly, that's
even the hags died.
That sounds like it sounds like a terrible story. But then you remember that Colin plays with Daughters, and he just gets to re-roll and re-roll. So
not when they're dead. No, I didn't even get to reroll. I didn't even get to turn 3.
Oh, you didn't get to turn 3, and that's when the Daughters get much better. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Cheers.
Yeah, both of those 2 players are just some of my favourite people in all at 8.
I mean, I've always been an Andy Hughes and Colin fan, but Andy's
watching them
become a
play
hero
together,
now.
yeah, that's great.
Killing hags as well.
What's awesome about Warhammer is that's a story that they will tell for it just creates
Forever.
stories, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, "See you, fuck you," yeah, right. But then like they were smiling and laughing, right? It was ridiculous. Like these guys are great players, and also just Warhammer's fun.
Yeah, yeah. Even when you're playing Slanesh and Daughters of Cain, you can make a bonkers story out of it.
Yeah, it's just crazy. See you later, Jay Berry. Love
See
you
you
later.
later,
Future Team England players, Hawkeye.
Well, I mean, I was talking to Andy before the roundup. And apparently, when Darren goes back to Wales, I think England is trying to poach Andy.
Nah.
But he's told him.
Andy's too Welsh.
He's told him fuck off. He's like, I'm staying with the drinkers.
Yeah, I'm staying with the cool team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colin's legend was a great player, but he's
both of them fantastic players.
both fantastic individuals.
Andy, I've never actually played against Andy, but I've played Colin a fair few times now, and like I say, he's one of the best matches I've ever had. I still think he's in shock though from what's happened to him, being just taken off in a turn.
I don't know what to tell you. Like Warhammer now at the moment is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, how many other Slanesh players have we got here this weekend? Is Andy the only Slanesh player?
Yeah,
I think he is.
No, there's another Slanesh Beast list.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There is. Oh, that actually might be Andy's.
Yeah, that's Andy's.
Okay.
Oh, I think he's the only one. Andy is a great dancer. LRV and Andy have danced a lot.
Right, let's go back to the roundup for this match.
Okay.
There we go. So, because we're into that was fun. So next we've got Carriage and Overlords versus Legion of the Gas. Let us know what you guys think at home. So let's talk through the list. They are playing Arcane Power. Pretty tough for Carriage and Overlords.
A little bit difficult, especially for getting to charge.
Yeah.
Carriage on Overlords, Barak Zilfin. He has Ether
No way.
Chemist, another Ether Chemist, a Knight Incantor, 10 Arcanauts, 10 Arcanauts, 10 Arcanauts. Oh no, sorry, 10. Yeah, 10, 10, 10. All got 3 Sky Hooks, 9 Engine Riggers, 2 Grappling Hooks, 9 Engine Riggers with the Volley Guns and 3 Drill Cannons. And he's got an Ironclad. He does have the only spell I've never seen used at all, the Dias Arcanum.
The Dias Arcanum is
Never seen it used.
Well, so if someone used it in the heat. It's a really solid pick. Does the work?
I don't know. I mean, it's movement. That's all I know.
And a cover save.
I mean, I've never seen it used.
Okay, yeah, give it a read up actually if you're a Stormcast player. It could do some work, right?
Yeah.
JP the legend on screen. Yeah, JP is currently on screen. You can see him there on the left. Gorgeous man, JP Gannis himself. Yeah, doesn't give a fuck what you think. He just loves playing Warhammer. Right, so Carriage and Overlords are having a real tough time, I would say, in Arcane Power.
Yes.
But he is against the Legions of Nagash. So it's Nathan Sanderson, the legend himself.
I mean, it's a beauty contest over there as well between the pair of them. If you can look at them.
Yeah, it's a bold claim there.
It's I'm trying to help them.
I agree. So Nathan Sanderson with Legion of Sacrament. He's got the Guardian Souls with the Nightmare Lantern, a Necromancer, a Lord of Vampire on Zombie Dragon with the Ethereal Amulet. He's got a really nice pick, I think. 40 Chain Rasp Horde. He's got 2 units of 5 Direwolves. He's got 2 units of 30 Grimghast Reapers. He dropped 50 points, so he's got 50 command points. Yeah,
No, 1. Not 50 command points. I mean, that's Andy Hughes level of things, but no, just the 1 command points.
Yeah, thank you.
50 points for 1 TP.
Thank you so much. And that means that he starts. So if he gets Alfred, he's going to be able to take one of those units back straight away. The Ethereal that's both on the Chain Rasp, the Grimghast, and the Vampire Lord is not a good matchup for the Carriage and Overlords. In the matchup process, you've got to admit that Republic of Ireland definitely, I feel, have got the better of that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, 100 ethereal models. I said when they were making the matchup before that went down is that the KO just do not like hitting something that's ethereal. They don't have the rend. I mean, the Vampire Lord Zombie Dragon has the ethereal amulet as well. So there's not really a great deal in there, bar the Necromancer, the standard Vampire Lord, and a couple of dials. Everything is ethereal. I really like that list.
Personally, I think it's a tough matchup, and therefore, in my opinion, I am going to vote for the Legion of Sacrament. Twitch chat, who do you think is going to win that, Legion of Sacrament or Carriage and Overlords? Speckles, over to you. What do you think?
I'm going to have to go with the Spooky Ghosts. I'm a massive Spooky Ghost fan. Spooky Ghost all for days.
So, yeah, Legion of Nagash.
KO on no Ghostbusters.
What do you guys in the Twitch chat think? I'd like to know what you're doing. But before, not to influence your decision, let's find out what the stats. LOV is in the chat himself, the stats man himself. Let's find out what the stats say.
Let's see.
So you've got John C. He's got a win rate himself of 53%, and his army, Carriagel Overlords, look at that. They have a global win percentage of 37%, which is shocking. Nathan with Legion of Nagash, they have a global win rate of 56%. He has a 62% win rate. Therefore, it's gone to Nathan. So the stats also say Legions of Nagash. Or Legion of Sacrament, sorry. Don't let it affect your decisions. Vote with your heart, not with your head. And who do you think's going to win?
Fully vote with my heart. All the ghosts, all the time. I've played KO with my my death list before. Well, when they had the original book, when the book was actually worded to what they used, and they were smashed into hell.
No one in the chat is voting for Carriagel.
Hook and Pin, apparently.
Hook and Pin. No, he's just saying still better than my angels. Oh wait, and KO.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I think it's all Legion.
Well, before we get to the next matchup, let's find out what the round is looking like. Some of the results are starting to come in now from different places. The table that we saw at the start, it could shift around.
Yeah, Northern Ireland taking that horrific loss to Andy Hughes.
They do. Northern Ireland there. So England now putting 30 points distance between themselves and Northern Ireland. They might end up being third-time champions at the Six Nations.
Yeah.
They're the guys to beat.
But Team Wales.
Wales now, Wales and Sweden were previously drawn. They've now pumped up a little bit.
Yeah, they have. I mean, actually, their kill points are going up and up and up as well.
They have. Wales going into round 3 were on 7,000 kill points. Last round they got 7,000 alone.
Yeah, I think they want to kill stuff now. Today, hangovers kicked in. They want to kill stuff.
However, as you can see, the estimated round score on stats, Wales are predicted to not do as well as Sweden.
No.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting whether or not which one of those. Oh, Fitz613, thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate all of you who subscribe on Patreon or on Twitch. You guys are wonderful.
People.
All of them apart from me.
Apart from you. Do you not subscribe to your own show?
I do. I weirdly do. I've got an Amazon Prime account. It looks like it's probably going to be England's tournament, which is fine. We built them up to be the bad guys, but they've been good sports all the way through the weekend. So it'll be interesting to see where they end up and if they do take it away.
Yeah, I mean, they've all come to win. Every team has come to win this. None of them have gone, I'm going for the wooden spoon. Even Republic of Ireland, who've had it past 2 years, they were all going for the win. So fair play, England have, and yeah, it's going to build them up. So as they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So we shall see what happens next year.
Whoa! Do you think some of these teams are going to come out with vengeance?
Well, I mean, depending on this handbook that's potentially coming out very soon,
June 15th.
Yeah. 3 teams here. 3 of the big heavy hitters in these lists. The Beck, Skaven, and Sonesh could all change by now.
Yeah.
It could be a whole new different meta, whole new different stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be different. And Daughters of Game should hopefully just get thrown out. Just bin them all. Apart from Marathi, who's all right.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's go back and look at the next matchup that we've got coming up. Right, Fleshier Courts versus Skaven.
Or Sylvaneth, as it is. I love the fact I've had 40 minutes sleep in 2 days. Rob's fresh as a daisy and still struggling.
Warhammer Rob, GHB 2019 is coming out before Heat 3.
It is, yeah.
Confirmed via the internet. So, let's talk Flesh Eater Courts versus Sylvaneth. It seems like a tough match on paper. I personally think that Sylvaneth are going to be up against it.
Yeah, again, we've got another, weirdly enough, another Ghoul Patrol list. So we've got the Arch Region, Ghoul King, a Ghoul King on Terrorgeist, Ghoul King on Zombie Dragon, Crypt Geist Courtier, 310 Ghouls, and a Corpse Cart.
Corpse Cart, the big pick if you haven't been checking out of the weekend. Everyone loving it.
Yeah, it's quite weird. And they've also got the jammy bastard spell.
Talk about it.
So there's the Chalice of Ulstran, which it's probably one of the best endless spells in the game for an army. Competitive, it just nothing but good for the army.
It's not. It's the second best for any army, isn't it?
Yeah, well, no, it's one that you don't mind seeing on the board.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing the Chalice.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's strong, but you know it's not gonna. It's gonna give you a game still. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll talk about the Sylvaneth list. Let's talk into that. Let's go. So Sylvaneth have got Rob Kelly, wonderful man, Tree Lord Ancient, Branch Wraith, Branch Witch, Arch Revenant, and Knight Incanter. And he's got 30 Dryas, 10 Dryas, 5 Tree Revenants, 6 Colonel Hunters. He's in the Household Battalion with the Gnarlroot Wargrove. And he's also got the Chronomantic Cogs and the Everblaze Comet. He's dropped a command point, so he's on 1940. So he starts off with 3 command points. He'll have 4 in the first turn. So he's got command points 4 days, which is cool. He's going to be using some of those on the Arch Revenant. Now I actually know an update from this table before we go on to predictions.
Okay.
So that is going to colour it. 1 Flesh Eater Quartz Dragon did 36 mortal wounds to a unit of Kurnoth Hunters, and then he did 36 mortal wounds to a unit of Dryads.
About fair. I think that's fair. It's fine.
Screw you, Speckles. Shut up, Speckles. That's what I think.
A little bit strong there, I think. But, yeah.
They're good, right?
They are good. They are good. I do miss the days when, if you could do that, it was, my God, how is this physically amazingly possible?
Now it's lunacy.
It is, yeah. And potentially back in the day, he could have done it.
What?
He could have done it back in the day before the book.
I think so. So I think what is so Flesh Eater Quartz are just going to womp that all day long. Yeah. But they are playing the scenario Arcane Power, also good for Flesh Eater Quartz.
Yeah.
No, not good. No, not traditionally good for Sylvaneth. What they do is they one drop. They put their characters down behind woods, can't get shot off. However, flying demigods that are the Ghoul Kings on Terrorgeist that just womp everything to death are just the worst. So Flesh Eater Quartz.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
You're voting Flesh Eater Quartz. I want Flesh Eater Quartz to never win. Twitch chat, who are you rooting for?
Who's going with the narrative and who's going with the twigs?
Let us know who you're voting for. Is it giant bats or is it the twigs?
I mean,
Stats say, though,
I heard that I've had another sneaky bit of information.
Yeah.
2039, Sylvaneth Battletome shall be released. They just keep pushing it back now.
So JP Gannis, Flesh Eater Quartz, 63% win rate with the army, 60% win rate as a person, 61%.
61.9.
Yeah, potential chance to win games. Over against Rob with his Sylvaneth, 50% win rate with Sylvaneth, 69% win rate as a player. JP is predicted to be the winner, and we've had it confirmed from the table that JP won that game.
Wow. And much to the disgruntlement of the
Sylvaneth. So the stats tell us it's true. The facts tell us it's true. It's just the stats. Those stats don't lie like hips.
Yeah, the Flesh Eater Quartz, they do like to chew on the twigs.
Yeah, they do.
They really, really do. Low bravery, no mortal wound save. It's not going to go quite too well.
Final matchup. The final match. Sylvaneth for Scotland against Scaventide for the Republic of Ireland.
Oh, this was the Skaven list that I read out earlier. Wrong.
But read it out about one more time. Wait, are you Scotland?
No, that's the wrong
one. You're Scotland. You read out the Skaven list.
There we go. If I can find it. Okay, so, no, this was different. So, we have Sylvaneth with the always trying to get that hit through from Durthu, the Spirit of Durthu. A Branch Wraith, the Arch Revenants, 30 Dryads, 10 Dryads, 6 Hunters, 2 Endless Spells, the Geminis and the Bellwind. It's taken in the Harvest Moon Wargrove.
A Harvest Moon choice here, pretty out there. Geminis being used and given to that army. Very interesting choices. They are going to be playing Border War.
That's not bad for them to go against.
It's not too bad. However, they're against Scaventide. Scaventide list is Verminal Warpseer, Verminal Corruptor, Plague Priest on Furnace, and then 2 blocks of 40 Plague Monks, 2 blocks of 20 Plague Monks.
This is the one.
Sorry, 3 blocks of 20 Plague Monks.
And
2 lots of 10 Plague Monks, and a Congregation of Filth, and of course the Warp Lightning Vortex that needs to go into the sea.
Yeah, that's not going to go too well for the poor Sylvaneth player, I don't think. Although it did lose its last game against Sylvaneth.
It did.
It did. We've seen it happen.
It did. However, we don't know what the results are going to be right now. I would say that the Plague Monks should beat up the Sylvaneth, but as stated in the same match before, I mean, it was a different Sylvaneth list.
Yeah, very different.
However, and it was on a different scenario. I'd say that probably the Plague Monks have it.
Yeah. It's just so many models, and they do so much. Like, they're War Scroll.
They know what they're about.
I don't think Plague Monks know what they're doing. There's so many rules.
We got it, boys.
The Plague Monks.
Yeah, so who are you rooting for? I, of course, am rooting for Sylvaneth because I'm voting with my heart.
And fuck the Skaven as well. I'm going with Sylvaneth.
So, yeah, we all are against. It's not so much that we're rooting for Sylvaneth, we're just against Skaven.
As long as it's Skaven going down.
Thanks. It's Twitch chat, who are you rooting for? Yeah? The Sylvaneths bark worse than their bite.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Or am I just being a big old sap?
Wow.
Just letting you know, I got these today.
Just letting it out, are you?
80 Mac, I hate both of them. That's fair. That's fair. And let's find out what the stats say. Not to throw it out. The stats say that it looks
Sylvaneth
like
player, 50% for the faction, 62 for the players. So an overall of 56.4 versus. Okay.
Versus Ken with his Skaven. He's got a 59% win rate with a faction, 73% win rate as a player, and of course his overall is 66. So it looks like Ken and the Skaven have chosen it. So the stats are going with the numbers, yeah, which is okay. I understand that.
There's quite a good thing in the chat there. So Dick's Battle Line said started building his Skaven army before the new book. Every week I feel worse and worse for picking up this army.
Dick's Battle Line, it's not your fault, bro.
No.
It's not your fault. It's incredibly poor rules design from a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
So, like,
there's
you
a
are
fun
great.
list in there. There's
Yeah,
good
there is fun. Take the army that you like.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just make sure your opponents have an enjoyable play experience.
Yeah.
They should play in a tournament, in which case smash their face in.
Yeah. Get help at Abomination. Those things are amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're cool.
Yeah, the stats are cool. Thank you so much, LOV, for doing the stats.
Yes, thank you so much.
Right.
So-
Okay, then. That is all of the tables predicted. We're in the phase now where we motorboat and free show until the end.
This could be a couple more random accents coming from Rob. I see the glint in his eye.
First thing I want to see, though, let's get an update on the round by round.
Let's see the overall.
Have any of the teams proceeded to the top? England still doing so
that's
well.
a shock, actually.
What?
Look at 3 and 4.
That's right. Scotland have now jumped ahead of the Republic of Ireland.
That'll be Sweden. Oh, sorry, no, 3 and 4 I was looking at.
Yeah, 3 and 4. So Sweden have jumped past Wales again.
Yes. Yeah, so even after Andy's massive win against the Daughters of Cain there, Sweden's coming back, which is it's quite good. So more Sweden win, the less England win.
Yes, absolutely.
So that could affect a lot.
It's going to be it's really interesting, and no one's going to be challenging for second place at this stage, I don't think.
No.
So first and second are now, I would almost guarantee, locked in.
Yeah,
ravishingly
it is
locked
becoming
in.
harder and harder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tense and tight at the top, but it's all to do with third place. Because Scotland could still jump up. Look, it's quite close.
It is actually.
There's only really 40 points in it, and there's still lots of results to play. There's still 6 games for Scotland to turn in. So that's a big change.
Yeah.
And then there's quite a few. The Swedish team have already, I think, put quite a few in. I want to do a special shout out to the Fire Slayer or Fire Slayer game happening between Sweden and England, because that looks like the most boring game of Warhammer in the world. Every model looks the same, and I don't think anyone cares about the result.
But they're all probably quite well fed with having two pizza ovens on the table.
I'd like to do an audio dramatization of that game. Activate. No, you activate. Activate. You activate.
Sorry, so which one are you activating? Because they all look the same.
Yeah, activate. Saves. 3+ save, 4+ save, activate. For 7 turns.
I wonder if this match will just go.
I don't know if anything will even die.
So just a flat 10 points each with 0 kill points.
It's madness and it's lunacy. So we might get a rover reporter back in the field and find out if there's any. Yeah. Do you want to do a chat there?
Let's little see.
Yeah. We're going to do some interviews with some of the coaches. Find out what it's like to be a coach at an international team tournament. As we get into the start of what professional T sports are going to be, these might be some of the interviews that influence future coaches in years to come.
And the young generations,
Yeah.
they'll be.
So
they'll
you're
be helping.
Yeah, so you're going to get some knowledge from some of like the pro coaches as we go into the future. Would you ever be a coach for a team?
I'm not a grooming kind of person. I don't think anyone should follow me, of all people.
That's gross and weird. Team Yorkshire next year. I'd love to be a part of that. Right.
Team Yorkshire.
No problems. Right.
So we're just going to have a little chat with our big boss man himself, the Loon King.
Talking to the
next Prime
coach
Minister of
and
England.
the organiser for Team England, Tom.
Hey guys, so we have Tom here. How's it going, Tom?
Good. Yeah, it's going well. We had a good first round this morning, and then
A lucky first round.
You say that because you're biased.
I rolled a 6 and brought 30 arrow boys back.
Yeah, there was other things on the other side.
He kicked a small child. Anyway, so Tom, as you know, beat Northern Ireland, not us. I'm an unbiased TO. He beat Northern Ireland, so he's going in quite strong into this round. He needs 73 points to win the tournament, assuming the second decider or the tiebreaker is head to head. But no one's read the pack yet, so we don't know if that's true. We're going to read it later. So do you feel confident for England getting the points that you need?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, as you say, we need 73. I think we've got 3 majors in the bag that have got quite a lot of secondaries, which gives us sort of 60. Jim lost in a terrible matchup, but got 5 points. So that sort of did what he wanted to do. And as long as we pick up either another win or some secondary somewhere else, then yeah, I think you've heard it here first. If we lose, but yeah, I think we'll get it. I think we'll get 81-ish.
I think it's fair to say there's at least one person in the chat that wants England to win. Probably. Eddie Mack. Okay, Eddie Mack supports England, which is awfully novel of him. He's probably a bit old, so he forgets that he doesn't want England to win, but that's fine. We love Eddie Mack.
Yeah, we do. We do love Eddie Mack.
So what's the matchups that you think are going to win?
So from talking to the players, Darren playing Jonathan with Gits, they've both told me that Darren's winning. So unless Jonathan's bamboozling him, I think that's okay. Byron, I think, is losing. He had a great first turn, as that Rook army does, but I don't think it's going as well anymore. Russ has given me the nod to say that he's okay against the Daughters. Richie was playing the Lords of the Lodge mirror match with the Slayers, so there were 60 Hearthguard Berserkers in the middle of the board. Richie's are alive, and his opponents aren't. Okay. So, but it's relocation orb, so anything can happen.
It's Fire Slayers against Fire Slayers trying to chase the orb around.
Yeah, exactly. So it's wherever the orb goes in that one. Tony is looking good against the Khorne. However, the orb is sort of in no man's land, so it is very dependent on priorities as to who goes and who takes the second turn to get the 3 points. I think he's going to be okay. Les just lost turn 3 priority going into the FAC, so I think Les has lost that one. And Laurie, I'm fairly sure, is getting a major win against the Skaven.
I really don't want Laurie to win, though. Specifically, I want him to lose one so I can mock him a little bit more. Like, even if you cap, just Laurie losing. So if you can, okay.
We'll try and engineer it. We did give him the harder of the 2 matchups we got the choice of.
I appreciate that. That's good. I appreciate that effort, Tom.
Yeah. Okay. And that's about it.
Cool. Thanks very much, Tom. We'll cut back to Rob, and we'll try to find someone from Northern Ireland to talk about that game. Or the other team that they're playing. Who cares?
Thank you very much, Donal. Appreciate that loads. Welcome back. Thank you also to Tom. Those guys are great. Welcome back. It's been really exciting doing this coverage. You guys have been wicked. Thank you for joining us for it all. It's been very interesting. Not sure how it all goes, but we'll do a big review tomorrow. But let us know if you've got any thoughts or feelings on things that we can do better. But In the meantime, they're going to go to an interview with a man who was once described as the pride of Ireland. Now, not so much. David Kane.
Hello, sorry about that. Trying to switch the mic on. This is the man, David Kane. How are you doing?
I'm good, yeah.
Looking a bit nervous now. So, how's your weekend been?
Grand. A lot of hard matchups.
Yeah. What's been the hardest?
All the daughters, turn one.
Yeah. Who were playing the daughters?
Sweden.
I played against that guy. It's a good list, really good list.
Yeah, it's let's bring Marathi, but sacrifice nothing.
Yeah.
They're like, I have no formation, but I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't need to worry about
No.
me. I'm just going to smash you up. So, how did your teams done?
We're pretty happy. Yeah. I'm not sure what's happening this round. It's pretty tight, but best result we've done over the 3 years.
Yeah. So, well, where did you come first year, second year?
Third, first year, fourth or fifth.
Fourth or
last
fifth?
year.
Come on,
Yeah.
a bit closer. It's fine. Fourth or
To be a bit too
it'll be
close.
fine, yeah. That's not bad though. I mean, you really brought it this year.
Yeah.
Really brought it.
There was a few people last year dropped out last minute, so we just had to bring wild cards. But we brought Dean, and he absolutely smashed it.
Yeah. I mean, we've been looking through your list. You've got some amazing lists. I want to know, as a death player, who have you all photocopied the same list of for the fact? I mean, they are all the same, all of them.
I don't really care.
Somebody. Yeah, I mean, you're running a really interesting death list though that isn't really seen. So why?
Funny story of that. So went to Facehammer last year.
Okay.
We decided we'd go over a week early. Me and the missus, stayed in Brower in Manchester. So I was like, right, I want these games to be really fast. So none of this 2.5 hour game, 15 minutes. So yeah.
Take people's toys off. 15 minutes now. Go.
And then I wrote the list when the book first came out, but because the command points didn't work, it didn't work. And then they changed it, and I was like, all of a sudden, whoa.
Yeah, it
Four
did
command
change a
points.
bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great list. I mean, so he's slightly restricted in what you can take in it though. Would you change anything in your list?
No. I've thought about it. I've seen some people throwing variations in, but they're dropping one dragon and bringing like a vampire lord and foot. Then the list falls apart.
Yeah.
Double dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
with the support in behind. And then everything's sacrificable.
yeah, I mean, yeah, true. I mean, it's a bit bonkers because I've never ever really used them, but why zombies?
Very good question. So the dogs, everyone's like, oh, we need to bring 5 more dogs. So dogs are faster, dogs are tougher, and they're good in objectives. But zombies, you regen automatically. Whereas dogs only do it with 3 up. The banner is an extra 1 -1 bravery. So if I get up in your face, -2. If I can get sinister, -3. So, the likes of Sangors, you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, Skellies do it though.
Skellies are 80 points.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see those zombies womping across the whole of the board. No. So, do you think you're going to try and come back next year and smash it out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I mean, we've heard that the next General's Handbook is coming out on the 15th.
Yeah. So we're heading over to hit me and Colin. So KO.
You've just heard what happened to Colin.
Well, I called it beforehand. So.
I don't think anybody called that many 5-ups with Ether Court Brooch.
I don't know about that, but all I know is.
Apparently, he's 10 times without spending a single command point is bonkers.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
So obviously with you going to the heats, do you think, I don't know if it'll be affected by the new General Handbook, but if it is, are you still going to go with your death list?
I think I'm going to take KO just for a change because I have them all painted.
Ah, okay.
Staring at me. But one more tournament and I think the list goes away.
Yeah, well, for the death.
Just that one. And then 30 dogs are next on the list.
Yeah, I was looking, hordes of dogs.
So Alpha Strike, 15 Black Knights, 30 dogs with an Alpha Strike, Reapers.
Yeah.
It came to me last night. We'll see.
It'd be good. I've been quite looking at Legion of Grief, so it'll be good. Right, I'm just going to cut back to Rob, but thank you very much. Good luck, and hopefully no one gets smashed as much as Colin again.
Hello, welcome back. Wonderful there, Dave Kane, one of my heroes actually, and Mr. Simon Speckles talking out. Yeah, Jay Berry's put the list in the chat there. It's a very fast, very mobile, very aggressive list, which hasn't done the best ever. Well, we're going to go find more interviews from people around the room, which is quite exciting. But before we do that, we're going to find out an update and see if the scores have shifted for the team event. Right? It's just going to let's go. So just looking at the scores now, it does look like, England, Northern Ireland have pulled some points back. It's a 20-point gap. Still think it's England's tournament, realistically. Sweden and Wales are again neck and neck, with the Republic of Ireland dropping down to Scotland. It's tense. However, we're going to go over now to find out if one of the England new boys is excited about doing so well at the tournament.
Hello again. I have more people here now, and yourself.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah. How you done this weekend?
2 and 3 with the KO because I'm basically our bus list. So
really, I don't know. Bus. I think it's there. I'm presuming it was there for Flesh Eater Court.
Yeah, but you're never going to get that. It's there to bully the matchup process. But the reality is, once that's gone, they just put me in with something we feel we can get secondaries against. Because the count card build is quite restrictive.
Yeah, it's good because you're always going to get. It's one drop, isn't it?
2. Well, this is 2. You can't go. You can go to 1 with the navigator, but 2.
Yeah, I mean it's still not bad. It's a good drop. It just doesn't have its own book anymore. Really, it's just got a book of FAQs. What was your last game like?
Played the Gits. Really good game with Neil from the Northern Ireland team. Because this morning it was like quite a tense matchup between the both of us. We really needed to win. And I got drawn into focal points against Gits, which is like Gits are a good matchup for me, but not in something with so many objectives, because my little Arcanauts only move 4. You're well and good when you're shooting stuff turn 1, but when you've actually got to walk around and score, it's really difficult. So I managed to pull something out the bag, and Neil was unlucky with his moon. I sent loads of drill cannons into Scragrot, which was a highlight. We had little dwarves tripping over deadly and dying. It was quite good. It was like a classic Dwarves Goblins game, and it was really good.
That's pretty cool. It did look a good game, to be honest, every time I was going over. I mean, how is it like playing Team England?
It's good. It's obviously like there's quite a vast different play styles to the team, but it is cool. But it's my first ever team event as well.
First ever team.
Yeah, I've never been a team event, so secondaries and everything for myself was like this was my focus this weekend. So I haven't given up on 1,000 in 5 games.
That's impressive.
KO, and I haven't given up 2 secondaries to anybody. So I was pretty chuffed with that, and I've obviously won 2 games, like against Gits in focal points and Silver and F1 drop that I should never really have won. But I just managed to play my way out of it. But it was really good, yeah, really good. But I love the team event style because you get to see all the other teams and meet all the people as well. It's really cool.
Yeah, I love team events. I played a few, played this one. Blood Tide, amazing.
I know, I want to do that next year now. Yeah.
It's so good. It's completely different. So you don't really look at, I mean, personally, you're not looking to always get the best matchup for yourself. No. It's whether you're for your team. No,
yeah, and I adopt that mentality this weekend. I knew every match was going to get crushed. And I was going to have a bad matchup, but that's just my role on the team. You know, I'm there to be the boss. So, and sometimes you need that to protect other lists.
Oh, massively, yeah. You always need someone who's going to take the hit.
So happy to do it, you know. Maybe I'll do it next year, who knows.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, yeah, it's quite amazing saying this is your first team event and you come straight in, Team England.
Yeah, a lot of pressure because everybody wants to beat us.
Yes, yeah. How are you finding that?
Lovely. I think it's good to have competition. And our key focus this year from Tom and Tony was like, just to be as graceful and like as cheerful as we can be, and it has been amazing meeting everybody. It is funny, every other team willing the other teams to beat us, but I think that we brought that on ourselves. I think.
Yeah, yeah, we have said like Team England play. I mean, we give them a bit of stick, especially some of them. Laurie's had a lot of stick recently, and you're all great players and all great guys. It's not that we don't want you to lose. Just we want an underdog to win.
Oh, everybody was massively rooting for Northern Ireland this morning. Even I was a little bit because I was like. They've played so well. Their lists are really good. Their lists are better than ours.
Yeah, I think it was really intense this morning. It really got well. And a couple of really close matches.
Tom spoke to him mid-round and he was like, we're not winning the round at the moment. And I think Byron double 6 against Colin, which was mental.
Amazing.
Laurie pulled out of the bag as well at the end.
10 points. That was all it was, which is to go from a loss to a win with all the win. That's amazing.
And I managed to pull it out in the later turns against the Gits. So those 3 results really won us the game. We've had, the Deepkin haven't. We've 0-5. We've had Ross has struggled with his matchups as well. Not to do with the player. It's just we haven't being able to get the matchups really. But it's been really interesting to see it.
I mean, as this is your first team event, I mean, Tony's a great captain. Don't get me wrong, he's really good. But would you have done any different decisions being a captain?
It's hard to say when it's your first team event.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's like a blind decision.
No, I don't think so. Well, you win or lose as a team.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I was practice my blood type that I had to go with being team captain.
It is fun to do the cards though.
Yeah, that was the best bit. But it's fun until you realise you're affecting everybody else, and then it suddenly becomes, oh no, it's not fun anymore.
No, but that's all right. I trust in you. You know, if you're on someone's team, you trust the captain, don't you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm the captain, so that's always a bad decision.
My captain, it'd be fine.
Yeah, you've not played around me. There's probably a lot of people in the chat who go, no.
But you have beaten Laurie, haven't you?
Yes, I've beaten Laurie.
This spot on the team next year.
I've beaten Laurie. I've beaten Russ. I've beaten Les. I've beaten most of England team.
Me is because we haven't played.
We've not. No. There's a couple of people. No, not anymore. No. No. Until they make the rules worse for me, I'm going with Legion of Grief for now.
Welcome aboard.
Oh no! Welcome aboard. Are you Legion of Grief as well?
No, but I'm transitioning my Nighthawk I took to Heat 2 into Legion of Grief.
Yeah,
fun rules.
so good. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Blade Guys. I'm not a massive fan of moving them though.
No one is. But they're really dynamic models, which is fantastic. But then you think about you've got to pile it in twice in Van Hells.
Yeah.
And when you haven't lived that, most people have lived it with Grimghasts.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do it anymore.
No. I mean.
But they're lovely models. And in Legion of Grief, Blade Ghasts are amazing.
Huge. Yeah, I was running them the other day.
But taking charge, just so good.
Yeah, it was. Oh. No nipples. Sorry. We're trying to keep the show alive. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good, and I'm glad you've had a good time. Like,
yeah, it's been super great.
It's a different atmosphere as well.
It's different mentality as well, because like when you get updated throughout the matches and you're losing, you think, oh, do I need to push?
Yeah.
Because with my KO, I can just go all in if I have to, and I might lose on the priority roll, but if I need to try, that's a different dynamic. Whereas if I was playing a singles event, I'd be like, well, I'll wait because I know I'll get crushed if I do that.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool as well. And other players being like, oh, I'll take this matchup if you take this, because then I'll lose this, but you probably win this because it's such a good matchup.
Yeah.
And also, when you know you're under the bus, it's fun to rock up and go, I've definitely lost, but I might win.
Yeah.
And imagine if I win.
The underdog. See, so you are now you're the underdog for England.
Yeah, because I'm one drop silver death, -1 to hit, can't shoot in the woods, and I'm playing Gift of the Heavens, which they can just one of their strongest scenarios where they can go anywhere. And I was like, how on earth can I win?
Yeah. I mean,
found a way.
It's good. And it's because you had the 99 gold balloons.
Oh, because it's so good. Yeah, of course. Because their move 12 is really important to the army. Yeah. Because everyone else moves 4.
Awesome. Well, thank you very, very much.
That was good.
Yeah. We'll have to have a match soon. See if I can add you to my display
I will
board.
play Legion of Grief.
Yes. All right, I'm going to pass back to Rob. Thank you.
Men there. What lovely men.
Lovely men. Lovely especially because James lost the last game and we always like England to lose.
Yeah, like
Sorry,
not like
Eddie Mac.
all the time, just every time.
Yeah, like every time, 90% of the time, all the time. We don't mind them winning one as long as they're capped.
100%. Yeah. So we actually can have a look at the scores now for the rounds because we've got more and more results coming in. Andy's done an amazing job, right?
Andy has done an amazing
An
job.
amazing job.
The first round I helped him, and then the second, third, fourth, and fifth rounds he's done everything. So it's been
says,
excellent.
no, shut up, Donal. England now have got a 22-point lead there, as you can see, over Northern Ireland. How do you feel about that, Donal?
I mean, disappointed, but I don't think going into round 5 we expected anything other than second place.
No, it was all fourth round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all the fourth round. We did try to move it to the fifth round, but some team decided that wasn't something that they wanted to do, even though it wouldn't have changed anything except for the excitement for you guys at home. We will leave that team nameless, but I will say that Tom Maudsley is the coach.
And I have no opinion on it either way, other than they're boring. Right?
You're basic.
You're such a basic team. Right, so then you've got Sweden in Wales. They've been rowing. At one point, Wales pulled ahead massively. Then Sweden have come back and posted some results. Now there's still only 5 points in it. It's a war for third place.
It's super exciting. Northern Ireland, I thought, would take the foot off the pedal, and they haven't. England also aren't taking the foot off the pedal, so it's super exciting here. But let's also not discount Republic of Ireland, who are not last at the moment. They are not last.
They are not last.
My potato peeler wooden spoon prize is looking more and more like an error, but it's fine.
So they're against Scotland, and this will be a triumphant rise for them, a phoenix from the ashes. Previously, for the past 2 years, they've come dead last.
Dead last.
Dead last. And now it looks like Scotland is maybe going to take that prize.
It does at the moment, but looking at the tables, and we can do the run around shortly, but looking at the tables, it's not looking great for Republic of Ireland, although Mick, topless man that he is, that we can't show on air, is...
well, try not to show any more.
I agree. He used to have quite a good body, Rob. 5 years ago, he used to be quite buff.
Really?
Rugby player looking. Now he's a dad bod, and that is not an attractive look for anyone.
It looks like someone stole his neck.
Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah.
So gross.
And we just saw a live update then. Sweden just jumped ahead by 8 more points.
Come on, Sweden. That means that they're beating England by more.
That means, what?
Well, if Sweden get points, then...
That means England are dropping points.
Exactly. Or Northern Ireland are.
It has actually. Have you noticed? It's actually closed. Previously there was a 22-point gap. It's now gone down to a 19-point gap between England and Northern Ireland.
I think that's over. Let's just call it here, Rob.
Let's just cut it out there. All right. So
I've got a really good idea of how to make England not top.
How do you make them not top?
I can just delete all the scores.
Oh.
I have that power because I'm an unbiased TO.
Have you? How have you found? Is this this isn't the first event you've run, right?
The only other event I ran was the London Masters.
Yeah, and
which was an 8-man event, and similar to this, was pre-decided on how the matchups went. So I like events where I don't have to do anything.
And how have you have you found running something? Because it's pretty massive, right? 16 from different countries, 5 from different countries in Wales.
5 different countries, 6 different teams. Wales being an aggregate of Ireland, Scotland, Northern Ireland,
and people
England.
from the streets.
Yeah, and people from the streets. It's been quite good. I thought it'd be more intense, but other than a couple of FAQ questions from certain teams this morning, nameless teams, nameless teams, and Wales. Wales FAQ questions.
It's because they don't know the rules. They don't know the rules.
No, Tom Loyne, Welsh captain. A prayer is not a spell. But can I leave now? Okay. And if I roll this dice, can I roll more dice? Sure, if that's what your rules are, Tom. If this says movement 6, do I move 6 inches? Yes, Tom. That's how it works. It's like when you go into a Sunday at a games workshop and they're teaching kids how to play. That's what it's like with the Team Wales captain.
Yeah, it's like what happens when I play Speckles. You've got to teach him how to play, right? It's easy, kind of. He's never beat either of us. Exactly. Right, so we're going to hear from not only Speckles himself, but also our Swedish show host and one of my favourite fucking people in the world, Jonathan Edlund.
Hello. One of the only honest wargamer people that I have never been. Been a fair few other guys, but how you doing?
So you should have played this weekend. You probably beat me then. It's great. It's great. The event's been great. I think it's fair to say that I've been the bus boy, trying to stealing points from the bad lists. Successfully, I think.
Yeah, pretty successful. I mean, you've taken on how many Skaven lists?
Three Skaven and I think 50 Eels or something.
Wow.
So it's been a rough ride, but I managed to steal, I think, quite a decent amount of points at least. Yeah.
I mean, it's a young man's army from what I've seen. I'm moving a lot of models around.
Fuck, I'm too fat for it now. I can't move that many.
It's not fat there. That's all power.
It's all power. It's mass. I'm cultivating mass. Now the last one though versus Darren. I mean, lovely as he is, but the army is just it's broken out of proportion. How broken Skaven are. And with a competent player as he is, he just fucking runs you over.
I mean, did he summon any Vermin Lords?
No, I didn't let him.
Ah, good. It's just there's so much power in that army.
Yeah. And I mean, those are the lists that people take to this tournament, which I think is should.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a team tournament.
Yeah, and I think what's really nice about this, I think that's the Age of Sigmar scene, like in general, but people take hard ass fucking lists. But everybody I played this weekend have been such a gent and super friendly, and it's like the best community there is.
Yeah, I mean, so okay, you're going to play a bad list. I mean, I play Feck. I know what I'm playing. I know what's strong in it. So, and Darren's saying he knows
Quite
what's going
disappointed
on.
that we get to play Feck this weekend, actually. Yeah, I think I could fuck him up.
You're being joined in.
Yeah. As I said, he is a lovely guy.
He is.
It's fucking like even though he plays that, he can't just give you all but love.
I mean, when we had a little chat with Donal earlier, he did look like he was puppeteering Donal.
Yeah, I just forced him to roll his dice for the Plague Monks. Like, fucking roll him, boy. You brought him, roll him.
How are your Swedish dice doing? I've seen those dice are amazing. How are they doing?
Not as good as Simon ones were doing at Warhammer World.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't complain really. They've been doing average, which is great, which is what you want, right? But they haven't been out of this world, I wouldn't say. No, so it's the dice have been good. Can't complain about the dice. You guys don't have to jump. You talk. No, but I can't complain about the dice. I can't complain about because when you play at, I'm not gonna say this level, but when you have these army types playing against each other, like real hard armies, a lot of time it comes down to this one or two important dice rolls, which I would love one of those.
Just have one, like that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, but can't complain. Can't complain. I'm getting points, so it's all good.
So, are you going to be coming back next year?
I don't think I'll make the team. I took the Gits. Don't think the Gits should be in this environment, really.
A lot can happen in a year, though. I mean, we've heard Handbook comes out in less than 13 days. Skaven days left.
Yeah, no. I mean, always when you go to these type of events, you get the pump up to play more competitive. But I'm a teddy bear.
I've said that before.
And they need proper predators on the team, I think.
Yeah, I've just heard Adam. Adam's he's beaten Les, so to speak, but not quite the words he used to how he beat him.
I am. Yeah, I guess what word he used.
Yeah, beat quite badly. But yeah, I think you need more teddy bears in a competitive teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean, most of these guys are. And they have the body shapes as well, teddy bears.
Yes, there's a fair few body-shaped teddy bears going around here. Yeah, it's been good. It's been quite weird. How do you think? Are you going to be watching it back?
I never watched Honest Wargaming.
I mean, to be fair, we actually did. Nathan popped on for a few seconds earlier, which
Did
is
he?
quite. Yeah, he did.
Good job starting the computer, Nathan. I'm proud of you.
So you subscribe to the Honest Wargamer?
Yeah.
So
I watch sometimes.
Okay.
Not when I'm on it, though. Not when I'm on it.
No.
It's like watching yourself masturbate, right? So it's not my cup of tea.
I've never done it, so I don't know.
Masturbated?
No, watch myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
So try it. Try it.
So, what do you think is who do you think is going to be third?
It's tight. It might be us, actually. It might be us or Wales. So I think we're going into this round. It would be either us or Wales, right?
Yeah.
So depending on the outcome of this one, I hope it's us.
It would be good.
Probably will be Wales.
Okay, well, thanks ever so much,
Thanks,
Teddy Bear.
man.
I'm going to pass back to Rob, and good luck for third.
Let's go for it.
Hello, you gorgeous individuals. Welcome back to the Age of Sigmar Late Show. I've been doing the coverage for a while now. I'm not even close to tired. It's okay. You guys are great. Speckles is great. Interviewed an amazing person there. Well done, Speckles.
I'll come back and sit with you.
No, it's okay. We're good. I moved your mic and everything.
Oh, you just got rid of me.
No,
I've been replaced.
I just wanted you to have. I just wanted you to have a break. You better go for a little. Yeah, we'll go for a little break. It's fine. I got it. Go on. Yeah, I got this. It's just me. It's just me and these guys.
So you and Aid, you're just basically saying shut back.
LLV, just the whole group. Yeah, we got this. Right. So, guys, you've been amazing. Don't we? We want more interviews. And we're gonna hold out for the final results, because some of the teams are changing up. But before this, we're going to go to Donal, the impartial judge of the event, and also the man who almost took Northern Ireland to victory, their head coach.
Okay, so we're going to do that whole thing again and pretend that you guys heard that. So, hi guys, it's Donal, the unbiased TO, who's definitely not just a Northern Irish fanboy, and the actual coach of Northern Ireland, who almost took us to victory. And by us, I mean the Northern Irish team, AJ. How's it going, AJ? That's terrible. Terrible TV. Try that again.
Sorry, yes, no, we had a tough game against England this morning. We got maybe 4 games. I think we won 4 games, but 2 of those were only minors, 2 of them were majors, and then obviously they steamrolled over a couple of other games.
I think they won the secondary game, right?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty solidly actually, yeah.
So I think for me that's the big thing about this year. We've done the secondaries. First time Northern Ireland doing the secondaries. First time you're doing a coach, and England, who are more experienced, done this before, and have a coach who's got like 16 million years experience, because Tom Maudsley doesn't look it, but he's old as fuck.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I actually didn't realize how much a coach had to do. I thought I was just going to get a pint and go, come on guys, come on, away you go. But yeah, there's a lot of keeping, bookkeeping, there's a lot of referencing, and Tom, just standing, working with Tom, because the coaches actually work quite closely together, which is nice, you know. I learned an awful lot about how that process works. So yeah, I feel like I've got a lot better over the weekend, you know.
Yeah. So we're going to quickly talk about how Northern Ireland's doing against Wales, but just to give the recap of where we're sitting. So going into this round, England could win as long as they get 73 points. Unfortunately, I just spoke to Tom Maudsley. They've got 83. So unless I disqualify them, which is possible because I'm an unbiased TO, England look like they're going to win. They haven't done anything wrong necessarily. Rob's looking really confused, but I'm just saying they've probably won. Northern Ireland are probably second unless I disqualify them, or England. It's unlikely though. But going into this, third place is all to play for. We have Republic of Ireland against Scotland. Mick Windows running about like a topless gorilla. If he beats Scotland, or his team beats Scotland by 21 points, they could be third. Currently, Sweden have 2 games left against England and are 17 points away from being capped. And now we move into Northern Ireland. How are those games going?
We've won 2 solidly, but obviously Colin lost massively, so that was a 20-0 against us.
Colin, who played Slanesh, and we interviewed him earlier, where Andy Hughes knocked his back doors in, which can't be a better terminology than when you play Slanesh.
No, literally 1 turn. In fact, Colin didn't even get his turn. It was literally in the Slanesh's first turn. But we have a couple of games that hang in the balance. We have Gits against the Daughters, and that could go either way. I think Daughters have it, however. I think just Marathi and the Snakes.
Just to clarify, it's a Daughters player for Team Wales, who is Chris Caves, the child of the team, the 15-year-old. It's his father playing for Team Wales. He's played for Team Wales for 2 years in a row. Doesn't have a Welsh bone in his body, but is more Welsh than most of the Welsh players.
Yeah, we tried to get the Caves matchup going, but unfortunately, just the way it paired out didn't quite work. The other games then we have are the Order Draconis. If that swings a double, then I think Order Draconis will beat Deepkin. But if Deepkin get it, if Deepkin are able to hold priority, they'll do quite well. Trying to think what else we have. Stormcast are doing quite well against Sylvaneth, so hopefully they can hold out too. And we should probably not cap, but maybe get high 80s, maybe.
Okay, so you heard it here first. We're probably going to win, and we being Northern Ireland, not any other team that I'm affiliated with. Cheers, guys.
Hi, my name's Rob. Welcome to the Honest Wargamer. Thanks for joining us. This is the AoS Six Nations event live in gorgeous, gorgeous sunny Cardiff. As we just saw there, Donal, the head organiser, talking to the coach of Northern Ireland. And we can actually go to the results. And we're going to tell you who is the winner. So, England have been confirmed to be the winner of the AoS Six Nations. Congratulations to those guys. They have committed and worked hard all weekend. They have tried their hardest, and they have done it. And it's so close. Only 19 points for Northern Ireland to lose out there. That is such a shame. Sweden, though, have finally started to pull ahead of Wales, so it looks like they might get third. Republic of Ireland, though, in what is a heroic Cinderella story, have gone from 6th for the past 2 years into 5th place. That's right, it's coming the hell home. It's been wonderful. We know now who the winners are. There's still some results to come in. It's going to look tense. Okay, that's fine. It's been amazing watching the results. You will be able to find the results live on Twitter. So AoS at AoS 6 is where you'll be able to find it live on Twitter. It's been wonderful doing a team event. It's been our first experience here. Scrivo's done wonderful with the overlays and everything. Thank you very much, John. Speckles has done amazing. Donal and Andy have been superstars. But most importantly, all the players and competitors who've helped do the event and have been here, they've added to the drama and they've created some more sports Warhammer. So thank you so much. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. It's been a weird format. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's been really interesting. Can't wait to do it again next year or some other team events in the future. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being on Patreon. Thank you for being on Twitch. You guys are wicked. Chuckabutty, can't wait to see you again. Donal, do you want to say goodbye to everyone from us? Jump straight in.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you for joining. It looks like Republic of Ireland could come third. It's actually quite exciting.
Oh, that's
Very,
why they're
very
running
tense.
around, I imagine. Yeah, they're very excited. Well, so we're going to find out. Zenminis, thank you for subscribing for 11 months in a row, by the way. So we're going to find that out on the AoS 6 Twitter, correct?
We will do indeed. We'll share it out. Thanks especially to Rob and the guys for being here. Scrivo, the quiet man who helps out. Never noticed what he does before, but he does a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
An awful lot.
He's my emotional support network.
He is the equivalent of my Andy.
Yeah. We just bask in all the glory while they do all the good work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'd fight hordes for him.
And thanks to Eddie Mac in the chat, because someone has to support England.
I mean, one person does.
Someone. One.
Yeah. Interview with Team England? No.
Actually, I did speak to Tom, and he said if England ever lose, they won't come back. And I don't know if it was a promise or a threat. Or a joke, but I think it was a promise.
There you go. But you've been wonderful, Donal. Thanks for having us.
Cheers, Rob.
Yeah, it's been a really well-organised event. You guys have been brilliant. Big shout-out again to Andy, the man behind the scenes. Element Games, also a great event, so thank you to the venue here, and we'll see you guys soon.
Firestorm Games.
Fuck!